Are you not a fan of the vertical stream? What's your beef with the vertical stream? Grover, how's the mole? I can't believe they went for it on fourth down. I was just setting it up as they were going for it on fourth down, and I was going to say, don't go for it on fourth down. Kick the field goal. It's okay to kick field goals. Why are everybody so allergic to kicking field goals these days? Like, it's okay. Kick a field goal. It's okay. Get the points. Especially opening drive. It feels good. Everyone feels good. Feels positive. Momentum is a real thing in sports. So I find more people show up to the vertical streams. It's also easier because it's just on my phone. Oh, crap. I got to plug this in. I have another phone that I use to stream, which then allows me to use I can now like be on my regular phone and I don't have to use my computer. My computer is not good enough to handle live streams. So this is just easier right now. It's a lot more straightforward. Although I don't really have a good way to have this propped up. That's actually the biggest problem. I need to improve my setup. No doubt about it. For everything involved. I need a new chair. I need a new computer. That's fair. The YouTube shorts that I ever watch are really only ever when I'm eating. Oh, big time throw, Jacoby Brissett. Or when I'm eating, and it's usually just other people eating. Or like other like, occasionally like a random sports thing. But for the most part, it's usually just like, YouTube just knows like, you eat around this time. We're gonna show you random people eating. Ooh. That was a big boy. Big lineman. I don't know who that was. 1st and 10. 1st and 10, 9 minutes to go. So many people, though, I assume are going to want to be on this live stream. Just not my live stream, but just live streams in general. Because so many people don't have the game right now. Because YouTube TV, you know, that whole issue right now. There's no ESPN, ABC. I don't know if there's anything else that's missing. Yeah, it was a big hit. I just want this game to be competitive. That's all I'm asking for. I want a crazy game. Give us a nice, fun... Oh, just take it. Oh, he's running. See, just take the yards. You could have had at least 5 yards or so, probably. Minimum, maybe if not a first down. Just take the yards. Why are people so allergic? Let's see the replay. There was enough space for him to get at least 7 yards. It would be 3rd and short now. Just take the yards. Take the yards. Take the field goals. It's okay. You're going to be okay. Not everything has to be a big play. Oh boy. There's a flag though. There is a lot of soft coverage. They were offsides. Free play. That penalty will be declined. First down. They're doing it. Man, I can't believe every single Broncos primetime game minus the Chiefs Christmas is going to be an absolute snooze fest. We got Burles, Bengals, Jets in London, Raiders, then JD, then no. Wait, man, I can't believe every single Broncos primetime game minus Chiefs. Oh, so that's all who the Broncos are playing. Yeah. Well, hey, that's a benefit for the Broncos. It's a bummer for people who just want to watch great games. There was no Broncos. I was bummed. There was no good Broncos clips for me to make today. I'll have to get on it tomorrow. More likely, JJ taking the Vikings to the playoffs or Bears winning the NFC North. Without a doubt, the Vikings. The Vikings, just getting it by a wild card. It's obviously easier to get to the wild card, than to win the division. Like I can believe in the Bears tremendously, so it's still going to be easier for the Vikings to get in the wild card. Dude, the Bengals are always making games interesting with all the points that they put up. I mean, like that's why they are fun, and Joe Flacco does not care. That guy is just like, I'm just letting it rip. I am just letting it rip. Joe Flacco is legitimately a great quarterback. Everyone always tries to make fun of him and says even Joe Flacco won a Super Bowl. And it's like, yeah, and if Joe Flacco had an offensive coach and played in an offensive era with like offensive weapons, the dude could be Matthew Stafford. So I think we have to start reassessing these other quarterbacks. That's a deep ball. Oh, that was pass interference. So we have to like reset how we felt about other quarterbacks in the past. There's probably so many quarterbacks in like the 80s, 90s, early thousands that could have been even better if they played in this era, had the right coach, etc., etc. Now, y'all forget the last game JJ played, he was really bad. No, I don't forget that. I discussed that. Like that's what I'm saying. It's nothing against the Bears. It's that it's just hard. It's harder to win the division. I think the Lions should be worried that they weren't able to make JJ's life more miserable because they should have been able to do so. 1st and 10. How does it feel? It feels like the Cardinals right now should literally be like in the red zone at the 2. They're literally only on Dallas's 43. I don't even understand. This stinks. I have YouTube TV and can't watch the game. I know. I hear you, man. I use YouTube TV as well. I had to teach my parents how to find stuff, how to like watch the shows that they want to watch. I had to explain to them how to like, you're gonna have to use like another app. You're gonna have to go here. You're gonna have to do this. Hold on. I'm always afraid I'm going to accidentally hide someone that I shouldn't have. Yeah, I'm an Eagles fan. I hope this BS gets resolved before next week. Oh, is their game a Monday night game? Is Packers Monday Night Football? Another first down on 3rd and 6. And of course, my ESPN isn't updating. My the play-by-play, like the Gamecast or whatever, it's not updating. So annoying. Why are you not updating? You update all the time, no problems. 1st and 10 on Dallas's 34. What station is on the game? You mean this game right now, or were you asking about the Eagles game next week? Oh, fumbled snap. 2nd and 12 on 36. I knew this was going to happen. This game is on ESPN. And so right now, if you don't know, YouTube TV and ESPN and ABC are having a problem. Yeah, but if you have a smart TV and you have no cable box, like cable thing to put it in. Wait, both games, both next week? Wait, yeah, the Eagles versus Green Bay on Monday, both this game and next week. This game. You mean this game now that we're watching right now, or do you mean this game for the Eagles and the next week for the Eagles? I'm confused. But for sure, ESPN or Sunday Ticket. Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. Sunday Ticket is not that. It's funny. When I was looking at the prices for a Sunday Ticket, like obviously I'm looking at it through a different frame of reference because I look at it where I'm like, I have to have access to these games. I have to be able to watch these games. I got to talk, take notes, do all that type of thing. So it's like, it's not that, it's not that bad. But if you're just a general consumer, if you're just a general fan who's like, I just want to watch other games, it's definitely a bummer. Oh, the Packers and the Vikings are Monday night that following Monday. I mean, the Packers and Eagles have a good chance of losing next week. And if the Bears beat the Giants... Well, wait, don't the Eagles play the Packers next week? I'm so bad at keeping up with the schedule for all the teams. It's impossible for me to remember and keep everything in float. He missed the field goal. Oh, it was good. Dude, it is. I had no idea. The Cowboys thought it was wide too. Troy Aikman thought it was wide too. Let's see this again. Show us a better view. Well, wait, was that on the left or the right side of the upright? I couldn't tell from that replay. Eagles Packers next week? Yeah, that's what I just looked up. Eagles Packers Monday, November 10th. I'm a fan of football, not only NFL but NCAA football, and I'm missing a lot of football. Yeah, I didn't even think about the college games. So many of the college games were missed out on Saturday. I thought for sure they would have gotten this resolved by Monday. If not, the NFL is going to get involved. Right now, this game isn't as big because it's Cowboys versus Cardinals. Granted, the Cowboys are obviously a huge fan base, but Packers, Eagles, I can't see the NFL being okay having the Packers, Eagles, two top teams in the NFC, Monday Night Football, and having a huge percentage of people unable to see those games. I just don't see that how does the NFL not be like, dude, we gotta resolve this. What's going on, Tsunami? How you doing? Truth is, I like when the games are just on Fox, CBS, NBC, ESPN. I like it basic. It was on YouTube that one time. What was that? The Chargers versus Chiefs. You couldn't pause it and you couldn't replay it. I couldn't do like 15 seconds replay, which was really like, what the heck? It was cool when like at halftime I like took my dog for a walk and I was able to like have it in my pocket real easily. But like I don't know, right? YouTube, TV, and the contact with NFL on Sunday take it crazy. Yeah. I also don't know. I mean, I do understand and I don't understand. People watch these games, and the NFL makes more money because you're going to have more people watch the games. You're going to grow the fan base, et cetera, et cetera. It's going to become just more valuable. And the networks play the games because you're going to watch commercials, and so that's how they're going to be making their money. I don't understand why you limit the games. I understand now you have Sunday Ticket and all that, but even before any of that stuff was really available, and even now, offer more games. Most of the time, you only have access to what? maybe 3 games in the first 2 batches, depending on where you live, whether it's 10 o'clock or 1 or wherever. You have that batch of games, and then you have the second batch of games. Best case scenario, you get like 3 games, 2 at one time and 1 at the other. And then you get Sunday night. There's a whole ton of other games that you could be watching. And you'll sometimes get a random game, Cardinals versus Steelers or something, and you're like, I don't care about that game. I care about the Broncos versus the Chargers. And then you don't have access to that game. Let us watch that game. We're going to watch the commercials. We're going to be consuming NFL content. Like, I don't understand. Like, everyone should, like, that should be a net positive for everyone involved. Same thing with YouTube right now. Like, because since YouTube let that, how they had that stream, that game for the Chargers versus the Chiefs, and they're going to do that more, I assume. Let people like me live stream that game. People are still watching on YouTube. People are still being exposed to the commercials. They'll just be watching it with me. Like, allow me to do that. Even this game right now, one day, I hope. Or let me, like, pay for it or something. I got to pay $500, $1,000, like it's like a bar or something. Let me pay to live stream this game. Again, still commercials, still all of that. Maybe we all each got to pay like $2 or something, $1. I don't know. There's 70 people in this room right now. Everyone gives in $10, $5. It's better than nothing, and we still all watch the commercials. Not to mention, it's the amount of money that you would be paying for the NFL ticket anyway. It's more money because you're paying on an individual game basis. So just like, let me live stream this game right now. We could all watch it. We could all talk about it. We're all talking football. We're watching the commercials. We're consuming the NFL. We're getting rid of people like this who are trying to get you to go to their nonsense stuff. Well, I do love YouTube TV. I do really like YouTube TV. I hope ESPN gets their NFL streaming rights removed for this. Wait, I hope ESPN gets their streaming rights removed? What do you mean? 3 drops to start the game. Yeah, it was a bad drop. Who are you picking tonight? I don't know, man. I think these teams are actually a little bit more evenly matched. The Cowboys should win this game, but their defense is so suspect. Oh, that's not going to be holding. It's coming back. 3rd and 17 on Dallas' 16. No, ESPN and NFL are combined now. ESPN bought like a stake in NFL or something, or whatever it was. What a terrible year for Commanders fans. You had high hopes for us and Jaden. I had mega high hopes for them. I was really upset with what's been going on with the Commanders with all the injuries. And then, of course, obviously, Jaden. That's why I made that video. I was like, I got to make a video right now about the Commanders. I could not do it. I mean, I meant Bears division. Now Bears have at least split division games, but next week the Bears. I see what you're saying. Personally, I picked the Cardinals. I might be hate watching it a little as an Eagles fan. Yeah. If you're an Eagles fan, though, this is what I always tell other people. On one side, let's say you're an Eagles fan, because obviously the Cowboys are playing right now. On one side, you want to watch the Cowboys lose like every game. Oh, that's not going to be intercepted. Oh my God. How do you drop that? Oh my God. How did you not get that interception? I was catching that ball, man. I'm catching that interception. He really got Prescott in the arm. Oh, that's crazy. What was I about to say? I was saying something. Oh. Now this is being blown dead. A flag. False start? Yeah, false start. What I was about to say is, as an Eagles fan, right? Part of you wants the Cowboys to lose every single game. You want them to get embarrassed, haha. But at the same time, you also want them to win enough games where they don't keep getting high draft picks, though. So it's like you want them to win enough games where maybe they just miss the playoffs or even make the playoffs, but then get rocked wild card round or something. Then you get to enjoy that moment of them getting destroyed on the wild card, and they don't get a top draft pick. That's best case scenario, technically. It's okay. The Browns feel your pain. The Bengals feel your pain. Jets. I'm trying to think who else. The Saints feel your pain. There's enough teams that are feeling your pain right now. True, but I'm doing weekly picks with my friend and pick the cards, so now I got to stick with it. Hey, I'm not knocking it. There just has to be less excuses for Patrick Mahomes. JCT in the house. JCT was trying to stir a lot of drama today, talking about Baker Mayfield and Sam Darnold, excuses for Patrick Mahomes. Man, just say that Joe Burrow is a better quarterback than Lamar Jackson, and you're hitting the trifecta. And that Jalen Hurts is carried by the Eagles. Then you're going for the quad. Did Nick Wright have anything? He said, well, I'm not as worried about the Kansas City Chiefs because the O-line was injured and that they'll be getting back. You know, they won't be out for the season or whatever. I just find that really funny that he wants to offer those excuses for Mahomes and the Chiefs, but not Patrick Mahomes, but not Justin Herbert. That's why I made that whole video. That video has aged even more beautifully than I could have ever imagined. I don't even know where I got the idea for that Justin Herbert video. Sam Darnold and Drake May leading the MVP conversation as, consider me an expert then, okay? Am I considered an expert right now? Am I considered an expert right now? I said Sam Darnold, Clint Kubiak, book it. Check the tape. Said that in the summer. See, Bentley gets it. When I was younger, any of the teams that you're rooting against, you're just like, want them to lose, want them to lose, want them to lose. And then as you get a little bit older, you understand like draft order. You understand like, oh, the top picks are almost always better. Like, okay. You're like, yeah. That's what I was going to say with the Chiefs. When the Chiefs were losing all their games and they had their injuries and the suspensions, I was like, man, this might happen where the Chiefs actually lose a lot of games, but they're actually not that bad of a team. And now they're going to artificially have a top draft pick. And then, like, that can set them up for, like, massive gains for years to come. Like, that's all it takes. Sam Darnold and Drake May. Oh, yeah, no. I brought up Baker to make my point stronger. Hey, I'm not knocking you. Darnold alone won't get contextualized great enough without the inclusion of Baker. Well, I think what you have to be able to say is that if you thought Baker was this great quarterback, then you have to admit that Sam Darnold is an elite quarterback. Those are the rules, man. Transitive property of congruence. How did Nick discredit the... He didn't even talk about the Broncos today. There was no discussion about the Broncos today. I'm going to have to try to find something to do for them tomorrow. Nick said that he doesn't believe in Denver at 7-2. When did he say that? I didn't see that. All the major QBs... Was it just like in a random side conversation and not like an actual segment? All the major QBs in the MVP cover have had a bad game except Sam Darnold. Even Daniel Jones had this game. It's true. Sam's technically like worst game, I think, was maybe against the 49ers or the Steelers, maybe. Oh, Jacoby Brissett getting drilled. That's a sack. Third and long. 3rd and 14 at the Arizona's 49. Side convo when talking about KC and their playoff chances. Was that the first segment? Do you remember when that was? Do you have any idea if it was like in the beginning when they were talking about the Chiefs? Because they talked about the Chiefs in like 8 different segments today. I'd like to know because then I could turn that into a clip. I didn't catch that. Should they have really benched Kyler? I think it depends. Honestly, I think it really depends. I mean, look what Jacoby Brissett is doing right now, man. The guy, like, this is what's so awesome about the NFL. You got Jacoby playing, making throws like he is just him. Hold on. I got to change this. Hold on. Y'all, where are we at here? Y'all easy for Dallas is gonna... Hold on. I'm trying to get my... I keep getting, like, videos come up for my Gamecast, and it's really annoying. Oh, you know what you guys can help me do tonight? You can help me do my... You can be my committee for my pyramid today. Oh, I thought Kyler was injured. I think it's like a soft benching. I think he was banged up, and now they're kind of like, we don't need you. Y'all, easy for Dallas is going to be a household name. Make you wish they had Micah. Household name, or will you just be like Micah? Micah was a household name, but then didn't do nothing, and then just got traded. By the way, it feels like I was just congratulating at 60K. Now it looks like 70K is coming real soon. I appreciate that. Hopefully it happens sooner than later. My goal, I don't think it's going to happen because we'd have to really be on a tear, is I'd love to be able to get to 100,000 by the end of this season. Then I feel like I'll be, because then I can get verified and all that. And then I will still have to be like, hey guys, please don't forget to subscribe. But I probably won't go as hard because then the next milestone will be 1 million. And I just, but I would like to get to 100,000. Oh my God, man. These guys. By the way, heads up, if I accidentally hide user from channel and because I was trying to hide spam and I accidentally make a mistake, just message me on JWL Hoops, the basketball channel. Be like, yo, bro, you just muted me. And then I'll be like, my bad. And then I'll find you and then I can unmute you. How can you not believe in the Broncos? They won 6 in a row. It's because the way they're winning is what people are uncomfortable about. It was talking about whether or not Nick was worried about the Chiefs. He said that getting Denver twice basically would help KC catch up because he doesn't believe in them still. I do remember that. I do remember. Hey, Alex. I do remember that part of the conversation. But it might have been a different time because when he said that, when they were talking about how he was pretty much saying that they were going to go 12-5 or 13-4, whatever it was, 12-5. Because he said if they split with Denver, then they can't win the division. Oh, that's a big run. Oh, he just got tripped up. Ooh, he was about to take that to the house. 16-yard run. 1st and 10 at Dallas's 15. You want to call him Brisket? Jacoby Brisket? Yeah, their fourth quarter stats are crazy, but it's not all luck. Sean Payton got him playing. Yeah, he's got to have them playing in the first, second, and third quarter. You do that. So that to me is going to be the big thing right here. It's a bummer. It's a bummer. Oh, I see what you're saying. It's a bummer that the Chargers are so banged up. And if the Broncos can mature, if Bo Nix can mature, if they beat the Chiefs, then the Chiefs are in genuine trouble. If the Broncos can win, at least if they could just split, and if no other teams collapse, the Chargers stay alive and the Jags stay alive, then the Chiefs can miss the playoffs. Are you going live on Thursday? Who's playing Thursday? I forget who's playing on Thursday. JCT, they're beating the Chargers. Well, especially with all those injuries. I mean, the Chargers struggle with the Titans. 27-20. But I don't know. Divisional games, they rise to the occasion. We'll see. I'd love to see you do a collab with other NFL pages. For example, for the Eagles, I watched the Thomas Mott Show and the Philly Special Show. These two channels are also friends with each other. Yeah, I'd like to do that. I didn't realize... that's good sports or whatever. Ooh, 3rd and 1. Oh, he's got it. Just got it. the Packers guy, the Broncos guy, and the Packers guy. They have like a live stream that they do together. Made me think of like trying one day to like reach out to some of these people. Just let them know I exist. That's why I feel like if I could get 100,000 subscribers, it makes me feel more like I'm coming from a place of like, hey, what's up? Rather than like, hey, can you help me? Can you benefit me? I don't ever want it to be like that. That's a touchdown. Marvin Harrison Jr., baby. Yeah, exactly. Brandon and Tom. Thoughts on... I love it. He fell down because Marvin Harrison Jr. broke his ankles. That's what exactly, Bentley. I'm not just like, hey, guys, what's up? I'd love to collaborate with you one day. That'd be so cool. It'd be like, okay, hey, I'm legit. We're doing something here. We got a little action. We got a little momentum. I appreciate it, Astro. Dude, that was Harrison Jr. That was a route, man. Oh my God. This is endless. I thought I would get less of this spam on what do you call it? On the live stream. On the vertical stream, I mean. Broncos and Raiders play Thursday. I should be able to make Thursday live stream work. Dallas losing again and again. Thanks, Jerry. I mean, like, this would be a rough loss. It's definitely not over. I mean, it's only 10-0, and it's 12 minutes to go in the second, and football has been insane. This is also why you kick the field goal, because then it would be 10-3, and you would only be down by one score. This is going to be my take of the season this year. I forget what my take last season was, but this is my take of the season. It's okay to kick field goals. It's okay to kick field goals. I'm going to say it again. It's okay to kick field goals. The Packers have lost games now because of it. Like, it's just kick field goals. You don't always have to go for it on fourth down in the red zone. No, you can. I promise you. I promise you. Dude, it was like NBA hang time. NBA Jam. You're doing great. When I first ran across your page, you're 46. When I first ran across your page, you're 40. Now look at you way up. I'm trying, man. I'm trying. Trying to go as hard as I can. I love it, honestly. I am all about it. It's my favorite thing I do. And it's because of you all. There is no me without you. Nick will troll Josh Allen. They're always trolling Josh Allen. I just love how today, how they're dropping banners. They're celebrating. Hold on. I want to watch Harrison Jr. break his ankles again. Oh! Aikman's laughing. CeeDee Lamb is even going. Yeah, that is dirty. Dirty in a positive. But so, what was I about to say? I forget now. I liked it better when teams only went for it when they were behind or when. So I don't mind them going for it. You got to be smart, and I do like that they go for it more on fourth down now. It's more offense. It's more mayhem. But sometimes you got to be smart. Sometimes it's just you got to be smart. What was I talking about though? Josh Allen? Was it about Josh Allen? I forget now. Oh, yes. No, I just love how you're dropping banners about beating the Commanders, about beating the Raiders, and then when the Bills beat them, it's, it was only a regular season game. It's like, can't have it both ways. And then when I called people out in the comment section, they were like getting all mad about it. They're like, you're just a hater. And one guy was like, now you're speaking. I was like, man, KC fans being hypocrites. And they're like, at least now you're not hiding that you're just a hater. And this other guy was like, you only made a video because the Bills won. And I'm like, I made a video when the Bills lost to the Falcons and lost to the Patriots. Like, what are you talking about right now? And he's like, you're an Eagles fan. And it's like, and I made a video when the Eagles lost to the Broncos and when they lost to the Giants. Like, I always love when people try to pretend like they have any idea. Like when I make a video, when I don't make a video, it's like, wait, what are you talking about? I'm probably not going to make a video for this game right now, post game, unless something insane happens. Oh, so your NFL ticket. Oh, yeah, well, because your ticket won't work because it's still ESPN. So, yeah, you can't watch this on YouTube TV because it's on ESPN. I don't have access to NFL Live. I had said this would be I had said he would be Rookie of the Year last year because I didn't believe the team's rookie quarterbacks. Wait, who are you talking about right now? Would be Rookie of the Year? I'm confused. I was also called a hater by Mahomes fans. We're forever haters, man. Yeah, Troy had been talking about this defense for the Cardinals. The defense has been good, and they played really well against Sam Darnold and the Seahawks. I said he would be Rookie of the Year last year because I didn't believe in the teams. Because I didn't believe in the teams the rookie quarterbacks had. And thought, I got confused because I was thinking, okay, I see what you're saying now. I could see that. Oh, nice move by CeeDee Lamb. Oh, okay. That was a nice little game, 3rd and 2. I was also Marvin Harris Jr. To most fans, you're either a Glazer hater, no between. I know. And that's why now I just have fun with it a lot of times. That's what I said in my Bills video. I was like, you guys are going to call me a Chiefs hater anyway, so may as well do it. I don't care. And it's the same thing why I put when I make those Eagles videos at the end when I put some of the clips of Patrick Mahomes. Makes me laugh. That's all that matters. I find it funny. But yeah, there is no in between. It is you're either fanboying or you're just a hater. Although I had such a good comeback to this other guy. I gotta read it. I'm gonna read it. And he completely conceded. He completely was like, oh, don't laugh, but I had Travis Hunter as Rookie of the Year. Yeah, man, that was always no way gonna happen. I called that too. Oh, Dak. Oh, thank God Dak went down. Oh, my God. He was about to have a collision with Budda Baker. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, the Commanders getting crushed with injuries right now is so brutal. Ugh. What did this guy say to me? He said it to me multiple times. Oh, #1 Chiefs hater. You! Exclamation point, exclamation point. #1 Chiefs hater is this guy. And I said, yep, nailed it. Dak going deep. He's got him. Oh. Diving catch, no good. He said, at least you admit it, so nothing you say about them holds any weight because it's coming from an inherent bias. I'm coming back here and heckle you when they beat the Bills in the playoffs, just like they do every year. And I said, laugh out loud, I literally said the Chiefs were a top team in the NFL when they were winless. And when they lost to the Jags, I said they were still the best team in the NFL. And going into this weekend, I said the Chiefs were going to beat the Bills. And in this very video, I said I still trust Mahomes, Andy, and Spags more than anyone else in the NFL. So if I'm biased, it's my bias that I think the Chiefs are elite. Nice try, though. And he goes, I stand corrected. I can admit when I'm wrong. But why the hate for them? It's like, well, then what are you talking about? Where was that hate? I was like, I literally... Like, what are you saying right now? My Dak carrying the boys like 2007 LeBron. I don't know about that, Dan the man. I don't know about that. So what will it take for Nick to finally give Bo credit for at least being a human? He's got to beat the Kansas City Chiefs. Ooh. Also, Dak has a great offense. He's got CD Lamb, Pickens. Like, he's got some dudes. When I said the teammates matter, some thought I was trolling Mahomes. You are. Well, that's what I'm saying. He stands corrected, but then he says, but then why they hate? I'm like, what? What are you saying right now? You just admitted. I am live, Joe. I am live. Oh, he threw behind him. Did he catch that? Yeah, he got it. A flag holding. He got I think so. I think a O lineman just yanked someone on defense. That's what I saw. Dak is sweating. Yeah. I think I saw that. Oh, was it a tight end? Yep. Let me see this again. Yeah, that is what I saw. I think your hate is like 10% of the hate most fans outside of Chiefs fans feel. I think I give pretty honest takes with the Chiefs. Is there last year in their the Super Bowl in San Francisco? Josh Allen was born and raised in California. The only stadium Josh has not played in. 49ers and last. I didn't know that. Ooh! How did you not get Dak? Oh my gosh! And a big throw, and too high. That was a good attempt. I don't know how Dak did not get drilled there. Yes, Dan the man, you absolutely have to revise your Dak statement. Let me see this. How does he not get drilled here, Dak? It wasn't even Dak avoiding it. He did a pretty good job avoiding it. He threw too high for Pickens. Then what was he hoping Pickens to do? Go deeper? I guess. 3rd and 17. They're in field goal range. Dak, way short of the first down marker. Oh, and a fumble! Oh, my God, and they got it. Oh, my goodness gracious. Buda Baker coming up with it. I don't know who hit him, though. I don't know who hit him to knock it free. So he was complaining that he overthrew him, but I think he was maybe hoping Pickens would have maybe went more deeper, would have given him a different throw to make. Sometimes the quarterback is right because he's like, I'm expecting you to go deep in that moment. Sometimes he's just like looking for a reason why he made a bad throw. I don't know I don't know what type of conversations they have in those moments because they have those conversations before those moments. What you're going to kind of establish and accept. Man, Dak Prescott. So who hit that? Oh, it was Wilson who hit him, and Buda Baker got it. Wow. 10-0. They're now, it's as good as a punt. Not as a punt because the punt you'd expect to, unless it goes into the back of the end zone. They could have gone for a field goal. How deep of that field goal would have that been? If they got the field goal, they got it probably would have been in the 50s or so. You're probably right. It looked like if Pickens went up the sidelines more. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It would have. Well, Dak would have also made a different throw too. Eagles gonna walk with ease. Well, right now the division is the Eagles can't even celebrate if they win the division because it's like not like it's hard. I want to give big shout out to YouTube TV and ESPN having another dispute and still can't come to me. Gotta love Disney, man. Yeah, it's been rough. That's why I wanted to live stream this game because I figured a lot of people wouldn't have it. Did you see what Jerry Jones said to the reporter before the game? I did not. What did he say? LaShawn McCoy is a Dak hater. Yeah, I can see that. LaShawn McCoy is pretty biased. And the Cards get the ball in the second half. Yeah, man, they score here 17-0. Might be the first year NFC East has back-to-back champions. Yeah, no, it's crazy. Therefore, that's awesome that Steven's sitting next to Jerry Jones. No way Stephen A. Smith is watching the game next to Jerry. I didn't see that. I was looking away. Did they show it on the broadcast? Yeah, the guys all say that look by Stephen A. I missed it. What was I doing? Was I reading the comments? Oh yeah, that's interesting about Sunday Ticket. Do you get money? Oh yeah, that was a real punch out. You got to give credit to Arizona for that. That was a real punch out. Oh, now I see Stephen A. Is he leaving? Is Stephen A. doing any work today? Thank you so much, Joe. I really appreciate it. Really kind of you. I really, really appreciate it. I don't know, man. I'm still hanging out in that box. I'm still chilling with Jerry Jones. What you do? Hold on. What? Wait. He told Jerry the game is over. He's going away. What you do is a little bit of, oh man. What you do is a little bit of philosophy controversy. I'm serious. I'm dead serious. Not satirical and not that. But controversy. Dallas Cowboys probably have the kind of interest. What does that even mean? Oh, McBride breaking tackles. So the Bills beat the Panthers and people are like, well, it was only the Panthers. They beat Kansas City. They say, who cares? It's only the playoffs. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm talking more recently. Yeah, because the Eagles won, obviously, 4 straight divisional in a row. Well, I think there hasn't been a repeat in the last, 20 years or so, or whatever it was. Julian. Well, yeah, right now the Eagles have the huge head start. My stream just froze. Oh, come on, man. I don't know what's happening. I'm going to have to restart my computer. Man, I need a new computer so badly. Everybody, don't spoil the game for me. Oh, come on. This is such a pain. 3rd and 16 on Arizona's 29. They're not even going to get, nothing's even going to happen with this fumble. Charger season over. They stick with the offensive line with this. Well, what else are they going to do right now? You know, what moves can they make? Can they just rebuild an O-line in, by the trade deadline? It's easier said than done. Arizona used to be another home game for Dallas. Whoa, let's go here. Hold on. I'm trying to get this game set back up. I'm not sold on Darnold until he wins a playoff game, but he is still a very good player. Sam Darnold's balling, man. I mean, even if the Seattle Seahawks lose in the playoffs, I mean, just is what it is. Can't expect them to win all the playoff games. Even Jalen Hurts has lost multiple playoff games. And that's a Super Bowl MVP. Oh, what? Hold on. This is so... Oh, my gosh. I wish you guys could understand what is happening right now. Hold on, Clowny. Julian, if you need a link for a stream, I can hook you up. No. I'm all good with it. My computer I have a Chromebook that's so on its way out that I'm streaming right now, and it freezes pretty regularly. And so I had to just restart it, but the good thing is that it restarts very fast. We need to just get a new one, but I don't know which one I want to get. And when I'm able to do it with, there we go. Oh, they blocked the punt? It hit him right in the head. You could have spoiled it to me. I was half joking. And they scored a touchdown on it. Okay, that was a real spoiler. Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? I missed that in real time. Come on, man. That is exactly what they needed, Troy Aikman. That is exactly what they needed. Now we got ourselves a game. Sam Williams blocked the punt. Yes, he did. Wow. Excuse you, Julian? Even if he loses in the playoffs, the point is to win the playoffs. I know it is. I'm not saying it's not. Great play. Dak can still win. Yeah, as long as his defense scores, as long as his defense and special team scores touchdowns, Dak can win. At halftime, we got to work on my mountain. I'm not going to be able to be up on here way late. After this game, I'll talk about it for a minute. Then I want to record my, because I usually don't go live on Mondays. Then I want to record my mountain. And since you guys are all live, I can tell you what I'm thinking. I already got who's at the top. That much is easy. I don't know if the Cardinals season is on the line because I don't know if they really have a season right now that's like on the line to preserve. Like I don't know if they have any chance to really make the playoffs. They definitely can't win the division. I mean, that's long gone. So Hurts is not at the top because he didn't play. So this is just the quarterbacks who just played. Nick Wright could have Allen at the top, but he may still. There's no way. It's going to be tough though to not put Josh Allen at the top, but he'll probably still leave Mahomes at the top. I like being on a bye, especially after a win. No one can say anything for sure. You can't have Mangini saying, bring Jalen Hurts down and elevate Jalen and bring up Jordan Love. What's your opinion on Cincy having more explosive pass rate, lower sack rate when they have a No, I saw that was a clip on First Things First that I like loosely paid attention to as I was doing other stuff. The Eagles had a huge win in their bye week. Absolutely. I think that's all Joe Burrow is obviously better than Joe Flacco. Joe Burrow is elite. That much is very true. I think the big problem is that people downplay actually who Flacco is. Flacco, this is what I said earlier. Flacco is an awesome quarterback. He just played without a real offensive coach for the vast majority of his career, and he played in a different era for the vast majority of his career. But Joe Flacco can obviously sling it and is a seasoned veteran. Oh my God, he just ran into a brick wall and still was able to stay on his feet and get some positive yards. That's pretty impressive. Which soccer football are we talking about here? We are talking about football Americano. Shane McCoy said that Burrow is a system quarterback. See, he's just spitting nonsense. Well, so Joe Flacco, like I said earlier, Joe Flacco is that go-to quarterback that everyone's like, even Joe Flacco won a Super Bowl. And it was like, well, yeah, that kind of means something. Well, their show Speak was rough. A lot of times people would be like, you got to go do that show. And it would be brutal. Wait, was that Kyler Murray in? No, okay. For some reason, I thought that was Kyler Murray. I was like, wait a second. Did they just switch out Kyler? What is going on? Is Kyler even dressed right now? My top 3 right now is pretty interesting for my quarterback mountain. And my bottom, who do you think I got at the way bottom, in the woods, in the trees? Oh, whoa. Big throw, big catch. Marvin Harrison Jr. and Jacoby Brissett connection is for real. I do agree with most of Nick's takes. Texans defense keep Bo at bay most game. Yeah, but that defense has kept almost every quarterback and team at bay offensively. Spencer Rattler, what about him? I feel the difference between a good and a great quarterback is like 3 or 4 plays. Yes, and I also think it's how I just talked about this today actually, and how great you are against great teams. I think that's actually, we always talk about quarterbacks like, oh, can you cover or can you carry a team? And I always say like that doesn't really matter. Carrying a team does not mean that you're this automatic great quarterback. And at the end of the day, if you're trying to win a Super Bowl, it doesn't really matter. But at the end of the day, it's can you also play great against great defenses? Or do you just play kind of good against great defenses? 2-minute warning. My guess on your lowest QB, I guess he isn't there. No, he is there. So the Colts aren't who everyone thought they were, right? Because everyone will see why the Giants sent him back. No, I disagree. I think the Colts just got beat by the Steelers. I think the Colts are still legit. What's up these past 2 years of backup quarterbacks or forgotten quarterbacks showing up balling? That's what I'm saying. They get to the right team. They get to the right coach. It matters. Where's Bryce Young? I don't know how to grade him, but this weekend shocked me. I actually still don't have him on my mountain yet. I left them off. If they win again, then I'll officially put them on. They did make Lucas's ladder. I had to. They finally made it. But I still don't have them. Harrison already tied his career high for catches in a game. I didn't realize that. Did they just mention that? Oh, please, Chris. Steelers got embarrassed last 2 games. No one was going to beat them at home. Many have said Daniel Jones pulled a Sam Darnold and pumpkin. Nonsense. Is that what they said on First Things First? I saw that they had a segment in it, but I didn't get a chance to watch it or go through it. Today was a little bit of a weird day. Yo, how are you doing? Don't know who else is going to win, but happy to be here. What's going on, Denver? Steelers defense, shaking my head, not pumpkin. No, they were for real. They were all over. How good is Madison Beer? Oh, Madison's Beer boyfriend. I was like, I don't know how good Madison Beer is. Fields. I mean, Justin Fields. Justin Herbert is legit. Danny Dimes to Sam Darnold. Danny got a playoff win. Oh, I'm still taking Sam Darnold over Daniel Jones. I think Stephen A. may have said that. Said what? I feel you there. My dad says it's a fluke win, but you can't have 6+ fluke wins in a season. The Colts are saying? I'm here. I'm from the Broncos club. We beat both Texas teams in back-to-back weeks. Oh, yeah, I didn't even think about that. I wasn't even thinking that it was Texas and Texas. It's funny, the Houston Texans and the Dallas Cowboys, it's like I don't even think of them as 2 Texas teams. They're their own entities. Stephen A. doesn't like Darnold or Jones. Surprise, surprise. Not surprising at all. Any QB under pressure is going pumpkin for the most part. Look at Mahomes, my quarterback who went pumpkin 52 pressure. So I'm saying, although Justin Herbert's been under pressure nonstop, didn't turn into a pumpkin, and neither did Joe Burrow. That's why Joe Burrow deserves so much credit for what he did last year. Are they calling a timeout? So they just got a huge hit there. Where are they? Okay, now the Cowboys did call a timeout. I was wondering what you're doing. What down is it? 3rd and 3 at Dallas 35. Ooh, you got to get this first down. Colts are still top 5 team in the NFL. So are the Bills and Allen, the best quarterback team in the NFL. Number 1 offense, number 1 defense, and we found ways to win both, even though the last game was close again. That game was definitely close. Did you hear Joe Alt is out for the season? I did, and that is devastating and such a bummer. Justin Herbert and Burrow have been under pressure for years. It doesn't bother them as much as other QBs. That's what I'm saying. Justin Herbert and Burrow have managed really well under the pressure. What Joe Burrow did last season at his pressure rate was through the roof. It was insane. And he did not have T. Higgins for the whole season. T. Higgins missed a third of the season. So and you gave him no run game and no defense. It's pretty amazing. Oh, and the first down and out of bounds. I had a whole video arguing that what Joe Burrow did last year was better than what Patrick Mahomes did in 2018. It's another great video. And what he did in 22. It was actually more impressive. And that if Joe Burrow just had a fraction of the yak that Patrick Mahomes got in those years, Joe Burrow would have set the record with passing yards. 14 for 20, 146 yards and a touchdown. Jacoby Brissett, have yourself a day. Dak Prescott, 63 yards, 6 for 12. No touchdowns. Wow. Get after it. Jacoby Brissett is just so decisive. That's what you're seeing with a lot of these other quarterbacks, these older quarterbacks, these quarterbacks who are kind of getting extra time. They're just decisive. They call hike, they see it, they let it rip. It's, they're just comfortable. They see it, boom, they let it go. Justin Herbert and Burrow have been under pressure. Shady actually went the reverse of the typical and ripped Joe Burrow for missing the playoffs with the great stats. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. That's what I'm saying. Those takes are nonsense. Seattle, Denver, Bills, Eagles, Lions. That's your order? You did, and Sean Brennan and me argued. You did, and Sean Brennan and me argued. When? Oh, yeah, about Joe Burrow. Yeah. Oh! McBride wants to hold. Laugh out loud. Same play back-to-back. I know. Flacco doing the same as Burrow right now. Maybe more. Hold on. I want to see. Was this a penalty? Nah, he hugged him for a second, but, that was just contact. I'm afraid that Burrow is in danger of getting the Andrew Luck treatment eventually. Cincinnati will retire. I don't know. That his foot injury is definitely the potential to linger. That much is true. Do you think the Broncos will make a splash move before the deadline? Honestly, I have no idea. Because they're in such a unique situation with all their dead cap money and all of that. I don't know. Just found you. Hold on. What was I about to do? Yeah, I really don't have a frame of reference. If anything, they'd make some move on offense. I assume maybe add some depth defensively, but I don't know. I don't know. They might be thinking more long term. Oh, it's a handoff. Oh, he's fighting. Oh, at like the 2-yard line. 1.5. 52 seconds. Who's calling timeout? Now Dallas is calling timeout again. Dallas is calling all the timeout. They're helping out the Cardinals at this point. Me and Sean always argue over Mahomes. Yes. That is Sean's passion project. $15 for 22, 158, 1 touchdown. Marvin Harrison Jr. He tied his career high, 80 yards, 1 touchdown. How old is Jacoby Brissett right now? Like 32 or something? Yeah, 32. Look at me go. Hold on, what was I looking up? Not trying to be creepy, and I didn't anything. Hope that didn't come. No. You're good. Would you ask me how I'm 6'1"? First and goal. 54 seconds left. Handoff. Oh, he's not in. The Cowboys don't even know what down it is. They're raising their hand like this, like it's 4th down. It's like, what are you doing? It's 2nd and goal right now. Bentley Kyler couldn't find him. No, they had a weird connection. Marvin Harrison career receptions is 6. That's criminal. Ooh, that was a good stop on the defense. Do you think that Genty will turn it around against the Broncos? I don't know, man. The Raiders are such a mess. I mean, they really are. They're such a mess. How could anyone feel any confidence about them? The split reps have been killing me all night. .51 seconds left. No timeouts for Dallas. Jacoby Brissett. QB sneak and the touchdown. Oh, did you just hear that hot mic? Y'all hear that? So bleeping easy. I didn't accidentally block someone that I shouldn't have, did I? Hold on. So I don't think so. No, they just did it where they did it 2 different ways at the same time. Okay. Dak probably wishing he could play against the Dallas defense. I wish I could play against the Dallas defense. I mean, Jacoby Brissett, 15 for 22, 158 yards, 7.2 yards per attempt, 1 touchdown, 2 sacks, 104 passer rating, and a rushing touchdown. Dak Prescott, 6 for 12, 63 yards, 5.3 yards per attempt, a 65.6 passer rating. And the only score is from a special teams block. The Cowboys need to play defense. You know what? You should be the coach, JCT. Hey, guys, you got to play defense. Well, and Nick was trying to say these other teams should look for Kyler, and I'm like, I don't know. You know, if you're a team that needs a quarterback, like, I'd rather draft a quarterback and look for my long-term future quarterback. I'm not a whole fan of the whole bridge quarterback type situation. 52% third down. The defense gives up first down on third down more often than not. What's the score? 17-7. Arizona Cardinals. 49 seconds left to go. Give Kyler to the Commanders. That's what I'm saying. You don't want that. Whoa. Chris Pratt looking thin. Bro, you all right? Glamazon Rainforest. How you doing? How's life? How's college? Nick Wright said injuries matter. Yeah, only when talking about the Chiefs. Maybe the Jets. Justin Fields, baby, let's go. Glamazon Rainforest is a huge Dallas Cowboys fan. Well, there's 49 seconds left. Dallas has no timeouts. And who's that girl at the Rancher Hat Bar? I'm just saying. Grover, tell me about this Rancher Hat Bar. My eyes are on the ball. I just want a hat at the Rancher Hat Bar. That's in Dallas? I don't understand. Can you get it at the stadium? Oh! Definitely a good run by Turpin. 36-yard return. It felt bigger than that. Brock Purdy himself and his team had a lot of injuries. Oh, that's another great example. You're right. That's another great example to use. Thank you. I like the trade. I think all the moves that Howie has made are zero risk, big reward. If they work out, massive. If not, it's no harm, no foul. What do I think the biggest Lions' biggest issues are right now? I still think they're working out some coaching issues. Honestly, I said this before. They looked good against the lower teams, and it's a lot easier to call plays against teams that are struggling. But when you're going up against better defenses, play calling is a lot more important. You can't rely on just, oh, is Dak hurt? He looks like he's fine though. So I think it's still a little bit of a question about the defense being healthy and the coaching against great, better defenses. They're all great moves. Grover, you didn't tell me about this hat bar. Does that actually exist? Can you actually get your hat stamped in Jerry's world? I only tune in to First Things First to see Nick make excuses when he drops falsehoods of Jalen Hurts. Fair. I was pro Fields all offseason. I still think he got drafted somewhere good. Listen, do I think he could be better if he's better supported? Absolutely, but I don't, people are trying to act like he's Justin Fields, that he's hold on. At the record, there's a 68-yarder. We might get to watch them try to tie. If he makes this, we'll have two 68-yarders in the span of 24 hours. They won Morton fired. They were just celebrating him. They were literally just celebrating him. What was I about to say? Oh, it's wide. It had the distance, though. He'll make it. 70-yarders are going to be the norm. Justin Fields. Yeah, he'd be better. He'd be more support. He would be more supported. Oh, they were trying to say that he was Jalen Hurts. That's what people tried to argue. Oh, Justin Fields and Jalen Hurts are the same. It just that Jalen Hurts had a better team. And it's like, people actually believe that. We're in trouble, honestly. Laura Rutledge interviewing every Philadelphia Eagles favorite coach, Jonathan Gannon. The Cardinals have 5 losses when leading at any point this season. That's what it says. They have 5 losses when leading at any point this season. Tied for the most. The other was Miami. Dak hurting on his sprint to the locker room. Why? What's his face has been good. Your backup quarterback. Justin Fields needs to go to the Rams. Yeah, right. Sean McVay wants nothing to do with that. I can guarantee you that. If I wanted Fields as Hurts backup, that'd be the best spot for him in my eyes. People wanted Shador Sanders. I want to see Tanner McKee. I think Tanner McKee will be a good quarterback. I'm afraid Tanner McKee goes somewhere and balls. Tanner McKee is legit. I think Tanner McKee is the truth. And I wish the Eagles could have both of them. They should have got him instead of Pickett because they were both available. I think they did what they did perfectly because whatever they did last year, they won the Super Bowl. So I think whatever they did was the right move. I would love to see Tanner McKee play, though. I wish a part of me just wishes Jalen Hurts was a little bit older. So, it was almost like he's wins, then he's retires. He's like, all right, guys, I'm done. And then you have Tanner McKee, next up. That would be cool. But I would love to see Tanner McKee play. But it feels like the Eagles will have to get rid of him. And then he's going to go. Then it's up to the Eagles to be like, we got to put you somewhere I don't know. I guess who in the AFC could he go to where he could win? Essentially, just be trouble for the Chiefs. That's if you're the Eagles, that's what you're hoping for. Not the Cleveland Browns. Maybe the Jags. If they move on from Trevor Lawrence, you give Liam Cohen a legitimate quarterback. They could have a lot of success there. You would not want him anywhere in the NFC. The Raiders, oh, right, that's the low-hanging fruit. The Raiders, absolutely. Yeah, I feel like the Raiders and the Jags, but I just don't see them moving on from Trevor Lawrence anytime soon. Unless Trevor Lawrence got like injured, then they made a move for Tanner McKee. Then he starts winning, and they're like, "All right, Trevor, you're done. See ya, bye." Would love to maybe get a high draft pick and a trade if McKee can get some more chances to show his skills off. So that's why I wish the Eagles did that, like when they were down by a lot against the Giants. Just take Jalen out and throw in Tanner McKee. I think CJ Stroud's a legit quarterback. The Texans are just an absolute offense. I don't know why the Jags love Trevor Lawrence. They should not. I thought we would trade him for some nice picks before the season started. Yeah, hold on. Let me bring up the standings. I'm like, can never help. Hold on. Standings NFL. Let me see here. The Dolphins, it's a possibility. The Jets, possibility. The Steelers, especially if Aaron Rodgers retires or even with Aaron, you have him kind of sit behind Aaron for a year. That's a big opportunity. So there are some legit opportunities. Not the Titans, not the Texans. The Jags are a toss-up. Probably not. The Colts, if they really sour on Daniel Jones, and depending how good of friends Shane Steichen is with Howie Roseman, sometimes there's that synergy there. Sometimes there's like, hey, I got you now, you get me later type mentality. They had that relationship when they traded Carson Wentz, and they had a pretty mutually beneficial deal with each other. So there's definitely options here. Just don't see him going anywhere into the NFC. Broncos, Chargers, Chiefs, Raiders. Maybe to replace Mahomes. Mahomes was looking pretty bad. The Chiefs may look to move on from Mahomes after that game against Buffalo. So I don't know. Yeah, I hate that people laugh at that. I'm still taking CJ. Colts would be really good for him. Well, because then you're getting Shane Steichen. Oh, isn't Aaron like 65? He's like 75 in football years, and yeah, he's still playing. He's still playing well. I really want to see the Lions make a move before the trade deadline tomorrow. I'm really frustrated with them right now. What do you think their biggest issue is? I want to know why Brad Holmes let the Eagles get that Miami pass rusher. Why not? Everybody loves Howie. Howie does have a great connection with the Jets GM, and the Dolphins are well because the Jets. He actually really wanted to be the Jets GM. Right, the Jets GM right now. Didn't Howie mentor him? Didn't he originally work for the Eagles? I think. Miami is a fire sale right now. Yeah, I wonder who else they're getting rid of. When do traded players start playing exactly? Yeah, they can play. I don't think there's any type of limit on them. I think if technically you get traded the day before, the day up, like the day on the way to the game, and you can play right away. At least to my knowledge. Unless you haven't been playing, and then I think you probably need to pass a physical. But I don't know. I don't know if like everyone has to technically pass a physical like with their team or something. I could see that maybe being the case, but I honestly don't know. I'm just watching the fastest 3 minutes in sports. That 4th and 17 wide open to Rashee Rice. Also, why can't anyone ever say Rashee Rice's name? Colin can't say Amon-Ra St. Brown. He adds he says like Amoron St. Brown. Always drives me crazy. And then we kept hearing like Rashee Rice. Rashee Rice. And listen, I get people's names, I mess up people's names all the time, but like I feel like a name that we've heard a lot is a little bit, I think we know Amon-Ra St. Brown. Rashee Rice. Buffalo need to get A.J. Brown. That's not happening. Jair Alexander should be cool. Listen, Fangio can bring him back. If he stays healthy, Fangio can bring him back. Anyone got bubble wrap for my Commanders players? Dude, the Commanders just need to go to a spa. They need to go into like the mountains. Just breathe in the warm spring, steamy air. They just need to, Did you guys think JJ McCarthy had a good game? Caleb Williams. Touchdown, baby. If Patullo stays good, I doubt anyone would hire him anyway because of Kevin Patullo. Let's say the Eagles won the Super Bowl this year. Actually, I'm not saying they are, but let's say they did. No one's hiring Kevin Patullo this year. I don't think so at all. I think I need to like the Bills because they are the true New York team. It is true. The Bills have clearly been the best New York team. What's going on, Carlos? The 68-yarder. That was good for 70-plus yards. Yes, for the circumstances, JJ had a good game. All right. Now he's doing baseball highlights. Eagles need an OC they can keep. Yeah. They need Mike McDaniel. I'm hoping Patullo works out so Hurts can finally get that OC that stays more than 1 year. I don't know, man. When you're watching all these games and you see some of the play calling and the play designs, you really can see a difference in how the Eagles have operated over these last few years. The Eagles just rely on their roster more than any other team. And if they could have coaching that really elevates and really enhances, you're talking about a game changer. This is why Nick Wright still is done. This is still why Nick Wright is done with CJ. Because of the whole thing with Caleb. This mountain right now that I have is such a mess. Right now, at the way bottom, I'm not even trolling. It's just the way how it has to happen. It's not my fault. I don't make the rules. Should I tell you who I got on the mountain now? Or should I not? Should I just wait? Hello from the Philippines, or to the Philippines. It's such a weird thing to harp on. You don't want no spoilers? So I'm saying I can't decide. Half and half later. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. What? Do half it. JW, isn't it crazy how Josh beat Mahomes less than 30 pass attempts? Yeah. Well, it is funny. Because every other quarterback is allowed to win without throwing the ball 30 plus times, except Jalen Hurts. Well, right now at the bottom, I got Dak. Not with the bottom row. Dak Prescott's down there. Daniel Jones is down there. We got Tua. The most surprising one. This is where it's always hard because the way how I do this mountain. What's up? Always open 11. Man, we got AJ Brown in here. AJ, it is an honor, bro. It is an honor. I can't believe you are here. I just where I have Dak right now. Not my fault. But the two more surprising quarterbacks that I have right now are going to be Jordan Love and Jared Goff. But again, the reason why is because since it's on a single game basis, there's other quarterbacks. It's not like Jordan Love played terrible. It's not like Jared Goff played terrible. Like, I don't watch that game and think Jared Goff was the problem. If Jared Goff played better. But I think it's when you look at the other quarterbacks, like even a Jackson Dart. It's like considering what Jackson Dart had to deal with, considering the fight that Jackson Dart had to put up and what he had to carry, just like it's more impressive to me, even than maybe a quarterback. The only other problem that I keep struggling with this mount, and same thing with the teams, are like Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford balled, but he played against a terrible team. And it's just like, I don't know what I'm supposed to necessarily do with that. That to me is always the hardest one. It's easy for me for Sam Darnold because I don't think the Commanders are a great team right now, obviously with all their injuries. but he played so insanely unbelievable that it's like, I don't, it doesn't matter then. But it is tough. I couldn't wait for the Chiefs video from First Things First. And I did laugh loud. Yeah, I was pretty textbook. Eric Mangini insists that Hurts must throw under 30 plus times to follow the format, not believing that he can carry a team. It's just so crazy because how many throws what was Josh Allen's final numbers? 23 for 25? Is Bo closer to Tebow or early Elway? I do not think Bo Nix is Tebow at all. I know everyone keeps saying that. Maybe I was distant. Maybe I never bought in to the Tebow mania. 23 for 26. I was never really all into the whole Tebow. I was always a little bit skeptical of Tebow. Not because I'm smart and I know stuff. It was just like Tebow became such an obsession. It felt like, did anyone actually really hate Tebow? Wasn't like everybody just like, wasn't he like more of like a phenomenon, or was he more divisive than I'm giving them credit for? Thank you, Denver. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I just realized who you are from your picture. I didn't realize who it was until I saw your picture. But thank you so much. Yeah, I remember that. Wasn't it just a preseason game, though? The whole city sent me money? What do you mean? Nick Wright has said that with Lamar and Hurts. He said that if those guys were different as throwers, they would throw 30 plus times. I mean, Nick says a lot of things. Yeah, man, love the channel. Been here since. Well, I really do appreciate it. I feel like the names sometimes are different on here than from when I read in the comment section. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Denver. No, it's like I'm either putting on a concert or like a comedy show. Denver's my favorite city. Y'all are amazing. Everyone's like, woo! Yeah. And the game's starting. Oh, going nowhere. I was thinking about changing how I do the team tiers because it's been getting a little weird with some of these crazy games. I was thinking about doing it where it's all the teams throughout the season, but you truly pay consequences for a game. It's not like, the Chiefs are really good. Yeah, they lost to the Jags, but I still think they're good. It's like, no, you pay consequences for that. Like that matters. You drop a game to the Cleveland Browns, the Green Bay Packers, even though you've been a great team, top team, like, no, you suffer consequence. Like, just a more like, no. But I don't know. Oh, Jacoby Brissett is throwing darts. Oh, and he's off. First play of the half. Oh, to about the 25. What is that? 28? This is what I'm saying, man. Jacoby Brissett is the truth. For 50 yards. Why do I not have my, there it is. My game cast. All right, I want this game to be the game that completely wipes out any Dak Prescott MVP conversations. Man, they'll be getting 2 MVP conversations going. I think Dak's record right now makes it pretty impossible. If Joe Burrow didn't win MVP last season, then there's no way Dak can win MVP. Brissett. I added Brissett. Did I add Brissett to my mountain? I did not. That is going to mess things up. I'm going to have to add him right now because he is playing legit. Oh, and a run. Oh, this defense. This is really the haves and the have-nots right now. Joe Buck looks funny with the glasses. You don't like his look? He made up a narrative saying that Lamar shouldn't watch TV before the wild card game because the narrative will be that you shouldn't need Henry to win. It's easy to follow you because you like the Broncos, and yes, my actual name is Denver. Oh, that's cool. I didn't even think of that. Do you think the NFC is done if the Cowboys lose tonight? I think even if the Cowboys won, the NFC is done. The NFC East is done. The Eagles don't even need the bye in the first round because they're going to have a bye against the Washington Commanders in the final game of the season. New to the channel, great job. I appreciate it. I've been working on those, Pats. I've been trying my best. Who was the penalty on? False start. Illegal formation. If you really think it, the Cowboys getting spanked isn't a surprise. People expected Cowboys. This is what I said in this game. I said, and that's why I said in my video, I was like, listen, the Cardinals are a little unpredictable right now. It's like they're not like considered this great team, but they're not a bad team. And now Jacoby Brissett's been playing really well. This offense is clearly going to be able to make some moves here. So that's why I was excited to live stream this game, because it's just like, felt like it could be an interesting game. And listen, even if the Cardinals score here, like the Cowboys offense is good enough to make some moves here, but the Cardinals defense is legit as well. Touchdown, Jacoby Brissett. I mean, this guy is real. Like, this is where you're like, this is why you can't be obsessed with the mobile quarterbacks. When you have a quarterback who can run an offense, who can see the field, you can wheel and deal. Jacoby Brissett is proving that. Joe Flacco is proving that. Old man Aaron Rodgers right now is proving that. Russell Wilson proved that in the opposite direction, and Justin Fields. What's wrong for the Cowboys? What's right for the Cowboys? Laugh aloud. I'm hoping both the Eagles and the Bills will still be playing for the 1 seed by week 17, because I live close to Buffalo and I would love to go to that game and see the Eagles in person. Oh, yeah. How about just Eagles, Bills, Super Bowl? Win-win for the NFL world. No, Eberflus is a good defensive coordinator, I believe. I don't think this is on him. He totally got that defense right in Chicago. The season is already over. Losing to the Bears and Panthers means you can't be tied. Well, so that is the problem. The problem is you lost games that you should have won. I'd be okay with that. Sure, but I can't afford that. Wait, what can't you afford? Never. Hold on, what are you saying now? Nick never told Mahomes to win without Kelsey. I can't wait to see Mahomes without Andy and Kelsey. Crazy to think that the last season could have been Eagles-Bills Super Bowl. It worked out for the Eagles pretty well. My friend's also a Bills fan, so it'd be perfect for both. I'd love to go to a Bills game in the winter. I know this one woman who like works at this one office that I go to, this as a medical assistant or whatever she's formerly considered. And she's a big Bills fan, and she talks about how those games are just wild. The snow games. I just don't want to be out in the snow, though. I want it to be like a warm snow. As long as it's not the Chiefs type Super Bowl. Well, you know what's funny? I think a lot of people don't want the Eagles either. The Bills need to save sports talk again and knock out the Chiefs. They just can't win the Super Bowl. But I do agree. I think the Chiefs winning, at least getting to the Super Bowl again, still kind of continues that. Hey, the Chiefs are amazing. The Chiefs are unstoppable. We can't have an honest discussion. I'm actually in Tokyo. I live in Tokyo. He went to the Chiefs game in person. I'm saving my money in hopes of going to week 17 game. Okay, I appreciate that. Once the frostbite kicks in, you'll feel warm. Yeah. You know where I love watching games? In the warmth of my home. Nice little blanket. Got my water. I got some nice ice cold water. I like room temperature water. I'm okay with a Lions-Bills Super Bowl too. That way, no matter what team. Yeah, that's true. But then another team loses, though. Another team gets robbed of that. Nah, I'm not in Tokyo. No, I do not live in Tokyo. I was just joking. Guys, what would I be doing in Tokyo right now? What do you think I'd do with my life where I would just be casually living in Tokyo? Yeah, I'm just, seems like a cool city. I mean, that would be awesome, but like, I don't live that life. I'm not cool enough to do cool things. A Denver Rams Super Bowl. I'd have to think about that. I mean, I'd like to, Denver would be fascinating. Denver, I told you guys this in the beginning of the season or before the season started. Having Denver reach the Super Bowl this year would break a lot of brains, just like the Eagles. That's why I would love an Eagles-Pittsburgh Super Bowl, because that would also break a lot of brains, or Eagles-Denver Super Bowl. Those are my two top Super Bowls. Or the Eagles beating the Chiefs in the Super Bowl again, because then that would ruin Chiefs fans. So we got a few options here. Yeah, I like anime. It's not like I know all the high-end stuff, but like Cowboy Bebop, Samurai Champloo. Convos need to be honest in the AFC too. I know, and that's what was annoying about this one. Let's make it to the bowl first. That's what I'm saying. I'm not pushing any team. I think any team can make it to the Super Bowl right now. I have zero predictions. I'm just an NFL fan. I try my best just to give as grounded and as unbiased as I can. Also, One Punch Man is pretty good. I haven't watched the whole thing. And My Hero Academia. I'll watch a lot of random stuff because my cousin is like, he knows all of it. Avatar, The Last Airbender. PSA Championship would be crazy for a Super Bowl. I'm just there. I'm there for the conversations. Fans are also trying to get tired of the Eagles because of the fans. Well, also because the Eagles have been great and have been in, the fans get tired of anyone. Ooh, big throw by Dak Prescott. And on his feet still. Ooh, piling on. Is he okay? Yeah, he's okay. Ferguson. What was I about to say? I forgot what I was about to say. Are there any teams that I don't particularly like? No, I think once upon a time there were teams that I didn't like, but then I really tried. I really lost that, I just realized like I don't really want to necessarily root against teams. And now that I do this channel and I'm always talking to fans and stuff, like I get to know people and like it's there's really no team that I could ever really find myself being like, I don't want them to win. But like any team that starts winning a lot, like I'm a big supporter of, let me think of a random team. The Colts, okay? The Colts. The Seahawks. I've been high on the Seahawks. And I believe the Seahawks are a legit team. If they start winning, they win a couple Super Bowls, and they're all like, that's right, we're the best, and they just like keep talking, you start to be like, I kind of want the Seahawks to lose now. I'm like, I don't like what you're saying right now. Or like, this happened with the Commanders fans. It's like I was one of the earliest supporters of the Commanders fans, and like then like I had one take this season where I was like, I think the Commanders are going to struggle. I think they're going to lose to the Falcons. You're missing your quarterback, this, that, and they like piled on me, and I'm like, what are you like? Do you guys know who you're talking to right now? Like, do you know all the things that I've said about the Commanders over this last year? You have the audacity to get mad at me because I think you're going to lose with your backup quarterback and no Terry McLaurin and a banged up Debo, and you think like I'm just randomly saying that the Falcons are bad? Like, come on. I don't like the Chiefs, Patriots, Steelers, Packers, Niners. Listen, that's the reality too. I can see why any given fan base doesn't like any other given team. Like, it all makes sense. If I was a fan of the NFL, I'd hate the Jets, Jags, Bears, and Browns. And that's fair too. That's totally fair too. I love my Birds and hate 31 teams. Also fair. I mean, any Commanders fan that thinks, ooh, CeeDee Lamb holding on to it. That was tough. They score here. It's 24-14. I don't like the Raiders, Chiefs, Seahawks, but I understand other teams. Yeah, well, I understand why you're not going to like the Raiders and the Chiefs. What, you don't mind the Chargers? So the first fan base that actually really thought I hated them was actually the Cowboys, not the Chiefs. Then the Chiefs fans were like, yo, I didn't know you exist. Let me come on over here. Then they were like, okay, you hate the Chiefs. But it was actually originally the Cowboys. The Cowboys were the very first fan base that were like, you are a hater. I see you. I hear you. You are a hater. Then the Chiefs really came. And then the Chiefs fans were like, no. Dak got crushed. How did he not feel that? Sweat. Eagles fans know that. Chargers have never really bothered me. I live in SD for 10 years. Yeah, that's fair. Oh, and you were in the Navy? Yeah, you can't hate the Chargers then. They got to be your second team then. I see the Penn State Cup. So I actually have, you can't see, all that stuff is really random back there. But I have Miami Dolphins, Detroit Lions, Pittsburgh Steelers, New York Jets, Philadelphia Eagles, Green Bay Packers, San Francisco 49ers, Dallas Cowboys, Seattle Seahawks, Los Angeles Rams. They're all little helmets. Well, that would be huge, Astro. Third and goal, way short. Indeed. Do you kick a field goal and go by down 2 touchdowns? Yeah, they're kicking a field goal. I really don't hate Dak. I was just speaking the truth. Oh, yeah. Cut it down to 14 points. Let's go, baby. Less zip on the pass there to Turpin. Yeah. How much do you think Nick will write off another Broncos win? I think until the Broncos beat the Chiefs. What was I saying? I don't even know, man. I can never remember my train of thought. There's always so much going on, watching the game, talking, reading all the comments, trying to come up with takes, having the constant feeling that my phone is ringing or that something's happening outside. How much do you think, Nick? I said that, which you must know. Not a Chargers fan, but I do love the Padres. Fair enough. I would agree, but I'd probably have 24-10, Jacoby Brissett. I feel like Jacoby hasn't. Was that a long drive for the Cowboys? How long was that drive? 5 minutes and 33 seconds. Jacoby is still 17. So Dak now is 12 for 22, 127 yards, 71.6. What are they on third down? They're 4 for 8. Dude, the Cardinals are 7 for 9 right now on third down. That's wild. 7 for 9. 3 for 3 in the red zone. The Cowboys are 0 for 2 in the red zone. I hope we can beat the Chiefs. We almost had them in Arrowhead last year. I think we'll be in Arrowhead. Yeah, that to me is going to be the real defining game of who are the Broncos this year. I already know my take for that game. Oh my God, okay, good, my computer. My take for that game when it happens is it's going to be very simple. You either are or you aren't. You either are or you aren't. Any major trades for who? Which game on Peacock? Brother, what are your thoughts on the Dodgers being back? I do not like it. I am not a fan. I think it's bad for baseball. I think the Blue Jays winning would have been good for baseball. Yo, You either are or you aren't. Love it as a Broncos fan. Yeah, that's how I feel. You either are or you aren't. You either do it or you don't. You either are truly this team now, you either arrived or not. And beating the Chiefs in the division, when you're at the top of the division, right? Like you either are or you aren't. It's that straightforward. And it can get reduced to every single player, every single coach on that team, offense, defense, Sean Payton, Bo Nix, whoever. You either are or you aren't. Who are you right now? You either are or you aren't. You were talking about that, Grover. Oh, that's a big run now. Oh, he did. I thought it was going to get cut short, but no, he still got 10 plus yards on that one. Gain of 11. Wow, I just realized there's no Canadian NFL team. Every other league has Canadian teams. They desperately want, Colin thinks that they want like a team in London or something. He was talking about moving the Jags out there. My poor friend is both a Blue and Jays fan and a Bills fan. He was destroyed after the Jays lost. I can imagine. Glad the Bills won to give him some happiness. That's why it was so tough for the Eagles. The Phillies lost. They got beat in a pretty dramatic fashion. And then they got rolled by the Giants. It was a tough game for the tough day. They also had that one year where the Phillies lost in the World Series. The Eagles lost in the Super Bowl. The Sixers lost like Game 7 against the Celtics. Another 10-plus yard run. Back-to-back 10-yard-plus runs. What do you think about special teams? Should Broncos make a change? Honestly, I was saying this earlier. I don't know what type of changes the Broncos are comfortable making because they still have their whole Russell Wilson dead cap situation. So I just don't know what I just don't know what the whole what level of flexibility they have. Yeah, Mims definitely. This defense is exceptionally awful. For the Dallas Cowboys, I mean. Yeah, it was rough. I'm so surprised. Yeah, but now the Sixers are playing great. A lot of teams are playing great right now in basketball. I'm so surprised how good the Broncos have been up to this point. Well, the big thing is they haven't played their best football, but they still have found ways to win. If they can step up and start playing great, it's just a game changer because they have that foundation now. Do you think AJ will ball out against the Packers? I'm interested. Oh, Jacoby Brissett showing his legs and just throwing it away smart. I don't know. AJ wants to eat. I don't know what the Packers aren't playing their best ball. The Eagles had been playing their best ball. They had a bye. I'm curious to see what they do out of a bye. Do you think the Broncos will add a weapon? So that's what I was talking about. I don't know what flexibility they have from a financial standpoint. They would love to add an offensive weapon, but I don't know how much wiggle room they have from a financial perspective. 2nd and 10, quick throw by Jacoby. First down and more. Oh, he stepped out of bounds, but still got the first down. So Marvin Harrison Jr. just broke his record. Wow. Oh, yeah, he keeps getting Bland to trip a little bit. Oh, yeah. Stiff arm in the face. Oh, how do you step out of bounds like that? You got to have better field awareness than that, young man. I think the Chiefs are our toughest opponent remaining on the schedule. That probably sounds about right. I have to look at the schedule. I can't imagine who else would be harder than them right now. And you got to play them twice. DeMercado going nowhere. Cowboys defense is trash. Cowboys defense is, not as bad as the Bengals. Right now, the win probability for the Cardinals is 93.9%. Dallas 6.1%. That's a hold. Oh, no, they were fighting. Oh, yeah. Who do you think you're pushing right now? That is one big boy. You are not going to win that one, man. Travis O'Shea isn't hiding. He doesn't think the Cowboys are good. He laughs when the Cowboys are bad. He like wants them to lose in a weird way, even though he's a Cowboys fan. Never forget when Dax and the Cowboys were right there. When he said, I don't mean to say check the record for the team that won the Super Bowl, but check the record. I ripped him for that. Should be everyone else, Jacksonville, Green Bay, Commanders, and then division games. Yeah, I still think the Packers will be a tough game. And he tried bringing up his record against us in a bunch of wins. Yeah, I know. It doesn't make any sense. Aiden O'Connell beat Patrick Mahomes. Were the Las Vegas Raiders right there with the Chiefs? I don't think so. Oh, that's a penalty. What? Okay, there's the flag. Oh, they're going to get together. They're going to say he couldn't come back and catch it. There's no flag. Yep. It's the right call. Yeah. It was too short. It was tipped. He did get to him, though. I don't know now. I know it was tipped, but he still could have caught it, maybe. Oh. That's true. That's true. All right, well, they still got the field goal. They're up by 17. Still 2 scores. I mean, now it's over 2 scores. Math. Drills it. Depends on which Packers team shows up. That's valid. Dak Prescott says bizarre things, but as a fan, I rally behind him. That's fair. Do you think the handling of Jane Daniels makes Washington move on from Dan Quinn or Kingsbury? I would be shocked by that. As a pretty good QB, he has to believe that he's better than Jalen Hurts to step out of the field with him. I mean, I think every quarterback always thinks they're better than the other quarterback. I kind of had that take before. I think Dak Prescott believes he's better than Mahomes. I think Baker Mayfield thinks he's better than Josh Allen and Mahomes. It's like that's just the way it is. Yeah, Kraft is out for the season, which is devastating for them. Jacoby Brissett. So Dak Prescott, I think it's safe to say, unless he leads a crazy comeback, he's going to stay at the bottom of my mountain. Yeah, McBride's got 3 catches, 29 yards, 1 touchdown. 2 touchdowns would have been good. It's not my fault. I had Dak up there. When Dak was playing great, I had him at the top. If you were the owner of the Dolphins, what would you do to fix that team? Oh, man. What would I do to fix that team? I would try. You know what I would do? What's it called? I would be real. I would do something that I've talked about before that teams should do that they don't. I'd say I'd go to the head coach and say, buddy, I think you're an amazing offensive coach and an offensive coordinator. I do not want you as the head coach anymore. I don't want to fire you. I'm going to hire another head coach, but I want you to be the offensive coordinator. And that's what I would do. Because I could fire you and now you're just going to go somewhere else. You're going to get hired by, some other team. No, stay here. I want you here. I love what you do offensively. But I want a different head coach and I want to hit the reset button with this roster. And I would maybe bring in like a defensive coach. The season has to got to be some sort of record. And listen, maybe I'd make a play to try to get like a Tanner McKee. I think you got to take a weird swing. You got to just try something different. I've tried fixing the Dolphins in Madden on Ricky. It's impossible. It makes sense. The season's got to be some record for season injuries. Yeah, it is. I like never even like to think about it. If you're the hold on, let me see. My old high school buddies and I started a weekly pick'em show. Any advice for newbies using OBS and Ninjavido? Honestly, man, I the only advice is just try to figure out whatever you enjoy most. OBS, Streamlabs. I think whatever's, whatever you're the most comfortable with. I used to get hung up on like which to use or how to do it or what's the bet. Like, I think you just have to find what works best for you. What feels the smoothest. And don't let the idea that it needs to be perfect get in your way, because mine is certainly not perfect. And it's just kind of like, whatever. Imagine him working as Sean Payton's OC. But that's the thing. I don't think he would want him as an OC, because then you have two really strong offensive minds kind of going at it with each other. Well, so that's what would also benefit like the problem with Tua is, and I don't think Tua is really that bad, actually. I think Tua is actually pretty good. Whoa, Dak Prescott. Wow. See, that was that big play by CeeDee Lamb that he wanted Pickens to do. He wanted Pickens to keep running and get behind the defense like CeeDee Lamb just did. They score here. It's 27-17. See, that's why CD's pointing. Ooh, did he step out of bounds? I don't think so. Took it to the 21. Oh, no. The 29. Oh, so that is where they then took him then. You don't want the false hope? I want the action. Let's go, baby. Timeout. They're going to challenge. Is that my guess? No? Arizona's just calling a timeout. I thought maybe there was going to be like a challenge. Did the Eagles win the bye week more than any other team? Yeah, they won the bye week, because then they also even got trades happening. I mean, the Lions losing, the Packers losing, the Commanders losing, the Giants losing. Patrick Mahomes losing. Pretty sure the Eagles want the Kansas City Chiefs to keep losing. I feel like the Eagles these days, Eagles fans, all the Eagles fans that are here right now, I would say once upon a time you hated the Cowboys more than any other team. It feels like right now Eagles fans hate the Chiefs way more now than they hate the Eagles, because at least the Chiefs are an actual threat, whereas the Eagles are not. Oh, that's batted down. The Cowboys are still number one on the hate list. So you rather the Chiefs win a Super Bowl than the Cowboys? No, they hate us more than anyone, even though we haven't won a title in 30 years. Well, so that's why I respected what you said, Grover, when you were like, man, I don't want the Eagles to win, but I don't want the Chiefs to win either. And you were like, for the integrity of the game, I'd rather have the Eagles win than the Chiefs. I mean, listen, that would be a brutal Super Bowl. Cowboys versus Chiefs. That's so brutal, because you're like, the Chiefs either win, now they three-peat, or you have to watch Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys celebrating that they won a Super Bowl. Like, that's brutal, man. That is brutal. That's totally fair about being born in 93. Yeah, I prefer Chiefs over Cowboys Super Bowl. Cowboys fans would be terribly annoying if they win another one. Yeah, but so would the Chiefs fans. I'd rather have the Chiefs win. That's so interesting. I would prefer the Chiefs three-peat than watch the Cowboys win a Super Bowl. Okay. That's interesting. That's interesting. Going into the fourth quarter, 27-10, 4th and 4. You can't kick a field goal now, and I'm Mr. Kick Field Goals. If the Cowboys ever win one, the narratives explode. well, the fan bases would explode. The media would love. The media wants the Dallas Cowboys to win. The Eagles will three-peat. I like the confidence. The rivalry is strong and has lasted eons. This is true. No on the Chiefs for me. I'm a Josh Allen fan. Okay. We can't stand the Cowboys after all 30-plus years without a ring. Let's keep it that way. It is fun to say, if you're an Eagles fan, that Jalen Hurts has been to the same number of Super Bowls that Dak Prescott has playoff wins, and that the Philadelphia Eagles have won 2 Super Bowls since Dak Prescott has been drafted, since Dak Prescott has been a starter for the Dallas Cowboys, and that the Eagles have more Super Bowl appearances than the Dallas Cowboys have playoff wins with Dak Prescott. Those are fun things to say if you're an Eagles fan. Like, it is the ultimate, like, what are you going to say now? Like, what is there honestly to say here? As an Eagles fan, my hate list is number 1 Cowboys, number 2 Commanders, number 3 49ers, then the Chiefs. That's interesting. I think a lot of Eagles fans have a soft spot for Andy Reid. And I think a lot of Eagles fans, when Andy Reid first went to the Super Bowl with Patrick Mahomes, before the Mahomes and the Chiefs became Mahomes and the Chiefs, I think most Eagles fans were rooting for Andy Reid to get that ring. I don't think, especially because the Eagles had already won their Super Bowl with Nick Foles, that I think there wasn't a feeling of like Andy Reid being this bomb. Like, I think most people around the NFL wanted to see Andy Reid win because they thought of how great, they know how great. That's what's crazy. Eagles fans appreciate Andy Reid more than the Kansas City Chiefs fans. That has been my honest observation. I hated Andy Reid. Most wins versus Dallas. I believe that. As a Broncos fan, the Chiefs are pure evil, and the Eagles win would be annoying but preferable. Okay. But that's because you're a Broncos fan. So it's definitely different. I hate the 49ers as an Eagles fan. It's fair. That's not because Hurts is greater than Dak. It's more Roseman greater than Jerry. I don't know, man. It's a combination. As an Eagles fan, okay, I read that. All right, we're caught up. Nick Wright ignores Mahomes having Andy Reid too much. I agree. Because Reid wasn't on KC as long, and Eagles fans don't narrative push on Reid. No, they don't. Like I said, I really, truly believe that the Eagles respect Andy more than the Chiefs, which is crazy. 4th and 4. They're going for it, baby. Oh, you let it hang in the air and he was able to get it. Maybe I would have kicked a field goal now that I think about it, because then it would have been a 14-point game to start the 4th quarter. That's what Joe Buck said. The ball took forever to get there. It hung up there. Cards better start throwing to McBride like he's Brock Bowers next drive. You really need that fantasy there. So it feels like the Cowboys are going to be 3-5-1. 3-5-1. And now the Cardinals 3-5, baby. They're making a run for it. Steven's trying his hardest not to laugh right in Jerry Jones' face. Are they still there together? Did they show? I keep looking away. I want to watch this Apple TV commercial. Or this Apple TV show from Breaking Bad. Do you guys have this commercial going on right now? Pluribus? Plur One Bus? Apple TV has some great shows and movies. Severance is legit. I got Canadian commercials mostly. Is that where you're at right now? That makes sense. That's why the Blue Jays in Toronto and the Bills, because you're all right in that area. Did you say that before? My wife loves Severance. It's one of the best. I mean, it's amazing. What's it called was pretty good too. Silo. I got the same commercial. Greyhound was good too. I didn't watch that. That's that movie with what's his face? Tom Hanks. I am Allen fan, and people love to tell me that Josh Allen never gets blamed. Josh Allen deserves unconditional praise. Josh Allen was so perfect against the Kansas City Chiefs. It was haunting to watch. I mean, it really was. But they need to do it in the playoffs. They need to beat the Chiefs in the playoffs, or the Chiefs just can't make the playoffs. He has no one. What the hell? How do people say he doesn't get blame? Tom Hanks was good in that movie, World War II, going across the Atlantic against Germany. Right. I want to watch that movie with Matthew McConaughey where he's like driving a bus on fire or something. Mahomes and Lamar fans all the time tell me that I have to stop with the excuses. It's just because they love Mahomes so much. Well, Lamar fans can't be saying that. Oh, Jacoby Brissett being flushed out of the pocket, making throws on the run. McBride, your boy. Oh, no, it wasn't. No, it was McBride. Was it McBride? I couldn't see. I think it was. Yeah, it was. Lamar is the one who doesn't ever get blame. I don't know about that. They say he chokes. Who won? The score is 27-10. Fourth quarter, 14 minutes and 54 seconds to go. Feels like the Dallas Cowboys are going to lose. Broncos fan here. Have some SGPs on the Cowboys. And, of course, their offense crabs. Yeah. Well, listen, man. MVP conversation for Dak is over. I think it was already ending. It should be over for Patrick Mahomes, over for Baker Mayfield, and should still be alive and ready to go for Sam Darnold, Drake May, Jalen Hurts, Josh Allen. Trying to think who else we're missing here. Christian McCaffrey. I'm sure if the Ravens win and get to the playoffs, they'll give it to Lamar. Not surprised the Cowboys aren't having a good season. What moves did they make this offseason that's good? They got a new coach. They got a new wide receiver. They drafted a lineman. Oh, yeah, Justin Herbert. That's a good one. Aren't the Cardinals historically good against the Cowboys? I don't know, honestly. I'm not good with the history of that type of stuff. And I never pay attention to that either. Unless it's like a lot of the same guys, same teams, same coaching staffs and whatnot. Josh will get back-to-back. If they get the 1 seed, yeah. But I don't know if they'll give it to... If Josh Allen has the 2 seed and the Patriots have the 1 seed, I mean, like, I could see Drake May having it. My buddy said they always have the Cowboys numbers since the 90s. Grover will know. He is the resident Dallas Cowboys expert. Oh, and Jacoby Brissett gets sacked. Do you think Hurts is top 3 quarterback right now or top 5? Right now, he's playing as a top 3 quarterback. If we're talking about strictly right now, in terms of how he's playing. No, just throw it to McBride. Well, you'll probably still get at least another couple drives, but they're probably going to start handing the ball off a lot. Milk the clock. Since they lost in the playoffs to Arizona 98, it has been bad. Oh, almost another block. That's how they scored their only touchdown. Was off the blocked punt. Hurts is balling, which is making me nervous because it seems like every time a quarterback starts balling, you have a really bad, rough game. So, Patrick Mahomes was cooking, not so good. Josh Allen was cooking, he had 2 games, not so good. Maybe Jalen Hurts got those, warmer games out of the way. I will love it if the game ends with only 1 TD coming from that block. Yeah, that would be funny. I confess. It'll be tough for the media to say that because Philadelphia still does have a lot of talent. Yeah, which is funny. Because Colin's like, the Buffalo Bills need to get another wide receiver or something. And it's like, well, so you're saying that he needs more talent? He needs more help? Which I agree. But, then don't knock Jalen Hurts for having talent. Every team the Broncos have beat always lose the next game. Well, that's what Nick Wright always tries to say. Oh, when you play the Chiefs team's records after the Chiefs are 4-15 or whatever the heck he does. Every team the Broncos. Oh yeah, we're doing that. Nah, JCT. It's been Hurts this season carrying the team. It is true. I want to see the Eagles make another like big impact splash move. Something that you're just like, what? Wait, what? They got Justin Jefferson and Derrick Henry? I just want something ridiculous. I know obviously that's not going to happen. I'm making that up. But I want something of that level where you're like, wait, A.J. Brown, Justin Jefferson, Devontae Smith, Myles Garrett too? You're like, what? Yeah, it would have been crazy. Listen, the Browns messed it all up. They could have gotten rid of Garrett. They could have reset their franchise. They could have started all over again. Now they're a mess of a team. They have Myles Garrett. And at this point, it's just like, you know, any team that's a real competitor can't now give you like 4 first-round picks for Garrett or something. You know, like it's just a mess. My guess would probably just be another body edge, someone who would only cost a 5th. Yeah, that's right. I don't think it's going to be anything crazy. The Eagles are still looking long-term. You know, the Eagles are definitely very much in this balance of short-term, long-term type thing. The Eagles' intention is to not go all in to win a Super Bowl this year. It's to put them in a position to win a Super Bowl over these next 3 years. Like, that's where you're having this core of Devontae, Saquon, etc., like in their prime. I would say AJ, but who knows? That's what you're looking to do. At the end of the day, the team that they built, the goal is to win at least 2 Super Bowls. Any more than 2 is gravy. And if you only win 2, you can't be like, we only won 2. Like, you're like, that's when you build a team, when you have a quarterback, like, you can't expect to be winning 3, 4, 5, 6 Super Bowls. Like, if it was that easy, if it was that straightforward, Tom Brady wouldn't be that special. Peyton Manning would have more Super Bowls. You know, like, Brett Favre would have more Super Bowls. Aaron Rodgers would have more Super Bowls. Like, you built a great team. You have a great squad. You have a great core. Unfortunately, it's like, you know, 2 Super Bowls is like, okay, that is a massive success. That is a massive success. Anything more, and you're like, that's genuinely historically, you know, that's historical greatness. Oh, Dak using his legs. He's all right. Do you think Baltimore can come back? I think Baltimore just has to lose 1 game and they're done. They have to go like undefeated from this point on. I could see AJ getting traded after the season without a doubt. Without a doubt. In my opinion, if it's not a bad team having a fire sale, I don't think any team is picking up the phone for Howie. You know, I don't know. They do deals with Howie. You know, the Eagles are well liked, and Howie is well liked. And at the end of the day, the team has to do what's best for them and what's best for their players, because that's also the thing. Sometimes the team is like, hey, we'll send you to the Eagles. We'll send you to the Kansas City Chiefs. We want to do right by you. We know that you have a chance to win. You know, you were a good player for us. You were a good soldier. We're going to try to put you in a spot to win and do right by you. Yeah, I feel like maybe after this one they could pull Dak. Julian, that tush push is looking cooked. I think it's definitely getting banned. Every GM's biggest nightmare is when they answer the phone and hear Howie say, hey, buddy. Who's your top 3 quarterbacks right now? Top 3 right now. Who's playing top 3 right now? Got to be Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts, and Sam Darnold, I think, off the top of my head, who are playing top 3 right now, just this season, nothing else. Probably that. Maybe Drake May throw in there. I mean, Justin Herbert, considering what he's doing with the mess of an O-line, has to get up there too. Stafford's playing pretty great. I couldn't reduce it to a true top 3 right now, honestly. I just say the quarterbacks that I'm most impressed with right now are Drake May, Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts, Justin Herbert. Stafford's been cooking, but he's been doing it against bad teams. And he hasn't had to do any of the heroics that Jalen Hurts has had to do, that Drake May has had to do, that Josh Allen has had to do, and that Justin Herbert has had to do. Just do Bo in the fourth quarter for your right. Well, Bo in the fourth quarter. He's been the best fourth quarter comeback, the best fourth quarter quarterback. People were mad in my title that I said that Bo Nix was dominant in the fourth quarter. It was like he was dominant in the fourth quarter. I said the fourth quarter. I didn't say the whole game. At first, I wasn't a Herbert fan, but what he's been doing this year is starting to make me think otherwise. You should watch my video breaking down Justin Herbert and what he's been able to do with the insane amount of drops and mess of an O-line, and how I compare it to what Patrick Mahomes has done in years where he has Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce. It'll make you think. Oh, big catch. Flanoy. That was a big catch here. I don't know. I kind of want Dallas to score here, make it interesting. Oh, Pickens. Oh my God, he just fumbled. Oh, the Cowboys recovered it. Oh my goodness. Buda Baker. Let's see. Was this definitely out? Oh, yes, that was definitely out. And then it went between Buda Baker's legs. Oh my gosh. Dak Prescott dropping back, letting it rip. Pickens again. This is Dak Prescott's signature. Dak Prescott's been playing bad. Not bad, but the Cowboys have been playing bad all game. And now at the end of this game, he's going to have like a touchdown. He's going to throw for 300 yards. They're going to be like, Dak played good. He was 25 for 38 for 300 yards. A touchdown, no interceptions, no fumbles. Do you think Harbaugh on the Chargers is a big help? Absolutely. Heads up play by Javonte. Absolutely. I ripped Justin Herbert in the playoffs. No, man. He was under duress. Dak always looks good when down 3 scores. I know, he is the champ down. But hey, he's making a comeback. He's the comeback kid. The only time I ever root for the Cowboys is tonight. Why? We love stat pads, Pat Scott here. Dak Prescott has been a garbage time quarterback. He really has. Listen, I think Dak Prescott is a good quarterback. I don't think he's bad. But he has genuinely benefited from garbage time stats more than like any other. I feel like it wasn't until Dak Prescott that I actually really understood how quarterbacks can juice up their stats in games that are out of reach. Like, it was just never really like on my mind to think of that. I was never someone who really cared about stats. I was never someone who's like, so-and-so threw for 375 yards and 3 touchdowns. Like, I just never cared about that. Never cared about passer rating, completion percentage. None of that mattered. And then, like, I feel like maybe as I got older, I started looking at it more. I started caring more. And I feel like Dak is the one that really kind of brought to my attention of, like, not all stats are equal here. And Dak is the one that I think that really opened up my eyes to, numbers lie. When they always say numbers don't lie, no. Numbers lie. You can cook the books. I didn't say he's a garbage quarterback. I mean, he has a touchdown here. And that's what I'm saying. What's his passer rating going to jump to now? Now it's 90. He's 19 for 32, 222 yards, 1 touchdown, and a 90.9 passer rating. 2 carries for 15. Gannon would be the one to let this team back in the game. Yeah. Yes, but in those losses, he tends to have great numbers, even though he didn't. That's why I got in a fight with whoever. Grover, was it you in the Packers game, for the Packers playoff game, where you tried to argue that Dak actually played great in that game and you gave me his numbers? That couldn't have been you. $10-point game with 10 minutes to go. You should do rankings video of the 2024 quarterbacks for their whole body of work. Like for the whole season, you're saying? No, I argued the first pick was on Cooks, not Dak. That was a rough game. That was honestly one of the most entertaining games I ever watched in my entire life. No exaggeration. Because it was so jarring. I couldn't believe what I was watching in that game, that Packers versus Cowboys. I didn't believe that the Cowboys were this great team. I didn't believe that the Cowboys were actual legitimate Super Bowl contenders, but I was just so blown away by what I watched in that game. I was just like, I just genuinely was like, I was laughing actually. Again, not like, because I was like, you know, I just couldn't believe it. I just couldn't believe what I was watching. And that actually had major implications. Just watched your Chiefs Bills video. Great analysis always. Thank you, Damien. I appreciate it. I had a couple Chiefs Bills videos. Colin didn't even talk about Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills. He opened with the Kansas City Chiefs. When Jair bodied Cooks, it was here we go again for Dallas fans. Well, then just seeing CeeDee Lamb being not on the same page as Dak, like everything was just such a mess. Dak is slightly better, Romo. I've seen it with my own eyes. That game was the epitome of what the Cowboys are. Yeah. Please, Cardinals, just put a nail in the coffin and give the Eagles the best bye week in the history of the league. I don't know, the best bye week in the history of the league. I really hate how First Things First just completely disregards the Broncos when they are. Yeah, well, that's what like I said, they didn't even talk about the Broncos. Your takes about Nick Wright are always spot on, bro. Ridiculous how much the Copes for the Chiefs. No comment. You think the Bills could actually beat the Chiefs this year if the Bills D shows up? Yeah. And the coaching shows up. A little exaggeration. It's okay. I'm all for exaggeration. For real, Jair is going to give the Eagles defense energy for the rest of the season. I am interested to see. They did trade for 2 injury-prone players, so. $10-point game. Jacoby Brissett, 2 touchdowns. Dak, 1 touchdown. 243 to 222. 19 for 28 for 1932. Do you think the Broncos could beat the Bills or stand a better chance? Yes, I truly believe that every team can beat every team right now. If the playoffs started today, I would have zero. If the Bills and the Chiefs played each other again, I would have zero idea. If the Broncos played the Eagles, if the Eagles played the Chiefs, I truly, from the bottom of my heart, would have zero idea. I couldn't make a single prediction at this point. I don't know how anyone could. It's just so. If the Bucks played the Chiefs, I have no idea. If the Chiefs played the Jaguars again, and I just had no idea. I really don't. It's awesome, but it does make trying to make predictions pretty hard. Do you think Joe Burrow is overrated? 100% not. I think Joe Burrow is elite and special. I think Joe Flacco is underrated. There's a reason why he only cost a 6th rounder, though. I believe Keon Coleman got over 100 yards on him, and he's been a healthy scratch the last few weeks. Yeah, we'll see. The Ravens' defense has been a mess. Their defensive coordinator has been a mess. If Fangio wanted him, I think it's worth pulling a flyer. My computer just froze. Oh, are you kidding me? You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me. Brissett just got leveled. Is he okay? Did he hold on to the ball? Did he throw the ball? Do you think some of these analysts are just following narrative instead of actually saying what they believe is true? I think for the most part, they're saying what they believe to be true. I think sometimes they milk certain takes because they know it'll get clicks. Like when Nick Wright, I think a perfect example of that is Nick Wright saying, I've seen enough, the Eagles won't repeat after the first game. He knows by saying that he's going to get a ton of energy. He knows he's going to get that. Which set me up beautifully. Because then when they lost to the Chargers, I was able to say, I've seen enough. Kansas City Chiefs are not repeating. I remember when we thought Shaq Leonard was going to save us. I love your vids, by the way. Watch them every single day. I really appreciate that. How Eagles fans look at Dak Prescott is how Nick Wright looks at Brock Purdy. He thinks the stat line is a big line. Yeah. Do you think the Broncos could be... Okay, I caught up. Converted a 2nd and 19. I missed it. Come on, McBride. Wait. How did they do it? I'm back on now. 2nd and 10 now. At the 41. 42? He got leveled again. Not leveled, but he got sacked. Now it's 3rd and long. 3rd and 18. You always say watch to the end. How does it make the difference in the algorithm? I'm just curious. So it's all a little bit of guesswork, right? It's you never really know, and things are always changing, but when you're watching the full video, it's showing that people are watching the video, that they're interested. They're not watching 1 minute and clicking off and things of that nature. Mr. Beast says it's really important. I mean, that's what he says. So if Mr. Beast is saying it, I'm like, I don't know. Who am I to disagree with Mr. Beast? But the reality is YouTube knows. YouTube isn't allowing anyone to game the system, Like you're talking about a $zillion company who, the smartest techs out there. So they don't let anyone just game the system. It's not like if 100 people watch the full length of the video, now it's going to skyrocket to, 1 million views. Like they know who are the real people who are actually watching it. They know if you're actually watching it. They know if you're engaged. They don't, it's YouTube. It's massive. So you can't game the system. Oh my God. How did he even catch that? By the way, remember how I said this is why you kick field goals? And I said this is why you kick field goals? And you're like, no, you can't kick field goals. There was 2 times that they could have kicked a field goal. Both times they didn't. And if they just made it one of those, it would be a 1-score game. If they made both of them, touchdown would give them the lead. This is why it's okay to kick field goals, because you have no idea how the game is going to unfold. None. You said Mahomes is a different quarterback when he is under pressure. I agree 100%. I've been on the train for a while now. That's why I feel the Broncos are the worst possible match for KC. Yeah, man. But you need Bo Nix to rise. You need Bo Nix in that offense to rise to the occasion. Wright would defend Mahomes' fumble. I remember when Josh Allen made that insane throw to Kincaid, who dropped it. And Nick said, I think Patrick Mahomes would have found a better way. He would have found a better play. And I lost my mind. I said, what? Are you serious? And then it was so perfect because then Patrick Mahomes was under duress the entire game against the Philadelphia Eagles, and he never found a way. Someone told me that Patrick Mahomes is the best player in the history of the NFL with pressure. And I'm like, that's not even remotely true. That's not even statistically true. My NFL team all time, my favorite NFL team all time. I couldn't say right now. I really couldn't. I think one of the most amazing wins I've ever seen in my life was Nick Foles and the Philadelphia Eagles beating the New England Patriots. I just think that was one of the most insane stories, and the way how that unfolded, how he played against the Minnesota Vikings. When you look back on that run where how it came down to the final play against the Falcons, and then you're catching a touchdown in the Super Bowl on a trick play on 4th down, against Bill Belichick and the New England Patriots. I mean, like, that is easily one of the most insane wins you could ever watch. I told you, Grover. The Nick Foles Philly Super Bowl winner was just, I mean, you could be the biggest Eagles hater and you still have to appreciate that win and be like, just a great story. Nick Foles was out of the league. You know, I mean, like, it's just an insane story. Right now, it's 27-17. And the Cardinals have lost. I told you guys this before. They've lost 5 games this season when leading at any point of the game. So out of their 7 games that they played, so actually all 5 of their losses, they were leading at least one point in the game. I don't know. Wentz was on fire. Wentz was absolutely on fire. So who knows? I mean, I think Wentz should have still won the MVP. Instead, I think it went to Manning, and I don't think it should have. But I mean, Nick Foles literally played out of his mind in that Super Bowl. He played like he was an all-time great Super Bowl winner. He got a flag. I saw it. He just taunted. What are you doing? He absolutely just tried to pretend to give the football to a Cardinals. I saw it. And that's what he did. He said, here you go. Here's the ball. Pickens just got himself 15-yard penalty. Nick Foles was amazing against the Vikings and Patriots. It was insane. I was in LA watching that game. The narrative that the Chiefs don't care about the regular season is false. They knew it. Well, that's why they went for it on 4th down and it was 4th and 17. That's why it's like so obnoxious. And time. I was responding to Joe Buck. That's why I just said and time. Because of the taunting. And Dak taking off with his legs. Ooh. Dak is laying it out there, man. You wanted to take Dak out of this game, Grover. Always love Foles. Crazy to see him win a Super Bowl after his story. Exactly. Better Super Bowl win, 28-23 comeback, or Eagles' first Super Bowl win. I think it was the Eagles versus the Patriots because the Patriots had that comeback, and it was great, but it was against Matt Ryan, the Falcons. You're talking about Nick Foles, a backup quarterback with the Philadelphia Eagles. Take down Tom Brady and Bill Belichick in an insane, wasn't it the highest scoring Super Bowl? Or the most passing yards in Super Bowl? Whatever it was something. And then Nick Foles is catching a pass. There was a flag. I don't know what the flag was on. False start? Nope, it was offsides. That penalty will be declined. Broncos fan, I still don't like Brady, but I respect him. You gotta. If he gets hurt on a scramble in a game where you have less than a 10% chance to win, come on. Well, right now it's a 13.9% chance to win. It was it was an 8% chance. Now it's up to 13.9 according to ESPN. And we got Foles and Peterson as stats. It's true, a statue. They could have won against the Saints that next year. What's his face? Alshon Jeffrey dropped the ball. Oh, Dak with the sack by the rookie Walter Nolan. Some Chiefs fans said that Kansas City lost on purpose to give Buffalo a false hope. Who said that? Dallas is losing 27-17. They're making a little bit of a comeback. Now their probability, Grover, just went down to 6.6%. I remember being so sad when the ball went through Alshon's hands. Yeah. Don't blame you. And that was the year that they had the doink, right, against the Chicago Bears? That was with the double doink or the triple doink or whatever the heck it was. Yeah, I feel bad for Jaden and the Commanders. TikTok Chiefs fan Mike Pisano said that. Is he known as a TikTok Chiefs fan? I don't even know what that is. Is that a thing? Nick Wright with his poster today for Josh Allen. I know, that's why. I wanted nothing to do with that nonsense. Every time the table says a team's going to win and Wild says the other team is going to win money. That's true. Ooh. Oh, they fumbled it. And the Cardinals got it. Do you hear these hot mics right now? What they're saying? Javonte so blank. Javonte so blank. That's out. That is out. That is a fumble. There's been a lot of hot mics on here. Fumble recovery, Arizona. Is Cardinals defense legit or bad Cowboys game? I think the Cardinals defense is legit. They played really good against the Seattle Seahawks. They played well against the Packers. They held the Panthers to the 49ers to 16, the Seahawks to 23. The Colts only 31, and the Colts have been hanging points on everyone. I think it's been like Troy Aikman just said, a gritty bunch. It's handoff time. There's 4 minutes to go. I don't know if Jacoby Brissett is having another pass this game. Thursday night, Friday. TNF this Friday. Streaming. I think I should. It's Broncos Raiders. 3-5-1 with games versus Detroit, Minnesota, KC, and Philly left. Seahawks Broncos. Who you got? Seahawks Broncos. Who I got? I'm not answering that. I'm not answering that. Those are two of my babies right now. I'm not answering that. I can't right now. Also, I got to see. They don't play each other though. Yeah, they don't play each other. They got the Raiders on Thursday, and then they essentially got that extended bye against the Chiefs. And then who do the Chiefs play next? Where are the Chiefs at? Oh, are the Chiefs on a bye? Oh, so they get the Broncos on a bye? That's so lame. You're giving the Chiefs a bye up against a division rival? That's nonsense. Oh! DeMercado with a huge run. I can't believe the Chiefs got a bye. Andy Reid after a bye. That's what I'm saying. Andy Reid after a bye. That's not against a division rival like that. I don't know. I can't always do live on Monday Night Football because Mondays are pretty crazy with all the clips and stuff. I really wanted to make the effort to do that here because I know a lot of people couldn't watch the game tonight. What is Jonathan Gannon freaking out about? Oh, DeMercado's the one that dropped the ball? Oh, my God. I don't know how you do that. It's so painful to watch, man. Hey, Alina. I think he was saying, let's go. Sounds about right. Andy Reid after a bye. Are you going live? Yeah, I don't know. Thursday night, I should be live. Raiders, Broncos. Watch the timeout situation. For this game's over. I mean, listen, considering what the Bengals Bears game looked like, never say never. But I mean, I don't know. Do the Cowboys look like they're the team that's going to score a touchdown, recover an onside kick, and then score a touchdown? Something tells me no. Yeah, I'm like 95% positive I'll be here Thursday Night Football. Thursday nights and Sunday nights are the easiest for me to do it on. Thursdays are the easiest. Buda Baker, Nolan, Jacoby Brissett, have yourself a day. DeMarcado. Oh, who's oh, never mind. Oh, wow. That defense got right to him. Oh, now he got hurt. Clowney got hurt. But he looks fine now. Yeah, the Raiders have obviously been so bad, and it's obviously a divisional game. Is that home or away for the Broncos? Based only on 2025, do you think the Chiefs win a playoff game? Based on 2025, on only 2025, yes, I believe they win a playoff game. Catching the comments tomorrow. I'm done tonight. Sorry, Grover. I mean that. I will talk to you tomorrow in the comment section. I'll see you in my Prescott's Pyramid. Jacoby Brissett's running around. I believe it's home. Old school unis in Denver. I got to see what those old school uniforms look like. They will. Buffalo will beat the Chiefs, though, in the playoffs. JCT with the bold predictions right now. Oh, they're going to go for it on 4th and 8 right now? You're not going to just try to kick a 55-yard field goal? Oh, because I guess they call it hike. They're going for it. Jacoby Brissett. Oh, he had him. Oh, he had Marvin Harrison Jr. wide open. He couldn't get enough under it. Let me see this. Oh, yeah. It was short, but I feel like Marvin Harrison Jr. could have made a little bit more of an effort. And he's like hanging his head and rolling. Bro, Jacoby Brissett just gave you your career day. So stop hanging your head, man. 7 catches for 96 yards and a touchdown on 10 targets. Broncos versus Pats AFC Championship game. That would be wild. The NFL is not ready for that. Dak Prescott getting crushed. Oh, my goodness. That'll take you to the 2-minute warning. Why am I watching Julian stream the Cowboys versus the Cards for a Cowboy train wreck? Of course. Go Birds. Thank you. I appreciate it. Vikes making the playoffs. They got their work cut out for them. If the Patriots sweep the Bills, I'll have a lot more respect for them. Well, yeah, you're telling me. Dak's letting it rip! Literally to no one. Wow, okay. See, if Dak completes a pass here like that, he's over 300 yards. If the Patriots... Oh, yeah. Call me crazy, but I think the Patriots will win the NFC East by sweeping the Bills. Bum, 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 bum. Uh-oh. Tough one. Dak is just chucking up passes. I know. But that's my point. If he completes one of those, his box score won't look so bad. It'll be like, oh, yeah, okay. He was 25 for 40, 300 yards, a touchdown, and a 95 passer rate. I mean, like, what else could Dak do? And it's like everything. Everything. I got to do my quarterback mountain. I can definitely leave Dak where he's at. I don't got to move him. Spoiler alert, he's at the bottom. I think it's good. This is a tough mountain. I got to record this video too. I'm not going to be doing a post-game clip today. Dak will end up with 300 plus tonight. Well, what is it? Isn't it 3rd and long right now? 3rd and 19, so they got 2 chances. We'll see. If the Broncos could sweep the Chiefs, I'd be so... I mean, listen, if the Broncos beat the Chiefs, I think if the Broncos just sweep the Chiefs, or excuse me, just split with the Chiefs, that's massive. Massive, 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 massive. If the Colts, Broncos, and Chargers take care of the Chiefs, put it this way, the Colts, Broncos, and the Chiefs are, excuse me, the Colts, Broncos, and the Chargers are, they are, what's it called? They are in the driver's seat of stopping the Chiefs from making the playoffs. Straight up. They are in control. They beat the Chiefs. Chiefs not making the playoffs. I mean, it's that simple. Colts win. Broncos win at least one. Chargers win. It's over. Too many losses. Yeah, here we go. Down by 10, 2 minutes to go. 27-17. Dallas Cowboys down by 10 at their own 28. Dak Prescott dropping back, and he just got crushed for a sack. Wow. It is amazing, Joe Buck. 4th and 28 now. Wow, that was a great play by him. Who was it? Campbell? Yeah. Calais Campbell. I'm sorry, I hate the, yeah, here we go. It's tough to listen to every, over and over and over again. Dak Prescott's flushed out of the pocket right away. Dak is letting it rip. And an interception! Oh, man. Wow. Should have had 2 interceptions that game, but definitely had an interception there. Turnover number 3 for the Dallas Cowboys. I made a video the other day about Matthew Stafford, Dak Prescott, and Jalen Hurts and who should be where in the mountain. Jalen Hurts. You said the other day, someone said, a bunch of people said that the Eagles had the best bye. Jalen Hurts had the best bye as well, man. Jalen Hurts had the best bye. He's got to be top 2 in that mountain right now. Jalen Hurts, MVP. MVP JH1. Dak Prescott, 24 for 39, 250 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, 5 sacks, and a 77.9 passer rating. It's a tough one, man. Nick will never put Jalen number 1. Nope. I agree. I don't know. It's a tough sell. He'll probably leave the top of the mountain empty or something, maybe. And he'll maybe just have Mahomes and Allen 2 and 3 or something I could see. I don't know, though. Because he loves Stafford, so I could see. I wonder what he'll do, honestly. Jacoby Brissett was great. 21 for 31, 261 yards, 8.4 yards per attempt, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. No interceptions, and a 115.1 passer rating. You know what, Jacoby Brissett? You join my mountain. I got to add you to my mountain now, brother. I got to add you to the mountain, bro. Copy image. Jacoby. Happy for you, buddy. I could see him lowering Bo and elevating Caleb. Caleb going top 3. That's what I'm saying. What did Nick say about the Broncos v. Raiders? I don't think he said anything. If he lowers Bo, the top will be Stafford or Mahomes. I could see Stafford being number 1 now. Yep, Nick. Honestly, I don't really know how he's going to do it. You know what? I know what I'm going to do. There was this one quarterback who I wanted there, and I didn't know what to do with him. But now I know what to do with him. Now the mountain makes sense. I made it make sense. Travis, buddy, you just missed one of the greatest games ever. Good night, Denver. Thanks for stopping by. Anyways, love your content. Have a great night. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. Travis, how'd you feel about this game, man? Ooh, we got Jalen Hurts versus Micah Parsons. I like how it doesn't even show Jordan Love on Monday Night Football. It just says Jalen Hurts versus Micah Parsons. Why is it not against Jordan Love? That's so weird. That's the game. We did it. Oh my gosh. Man, this mountain. This mountain. This is the Cardinals team I've been waiting for. Yeah, I know. You thought that they were sneaky last year. I don't do any of that stuff in terms of betting and whatnot. That's yeah, it's too much of a mess for me. I already watched these games with such intensity and such a roller coaster of emotion. If I had anything else extra to it, I'm not getting out alive. I'm not getting out alive. That's for sure. I did good last year, but this year has been so crazy. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like not a surprise. And the best bettors in the world, their win percentage is like 52%. And it's like just over a coin flip. Winning by 14 because of Williams fumbling is crazy. Best bye week of my life. Admittedly, not a paid league. Just to glory with friends. That's for going for glory with friends. Amen. That's the way it goes. You saying you won by 0.14? And it was because of the fumble? That's wild. I could maybe see Nick putting Hurts at the top. I don't think so, because Matthew Stafford played really well, and he loves Stafford, and he already had Stafford, I think, ahead of Jalen Hurts. Or at the very least on the level of him. So he's not going to raise Jalen Hurts up. And Josh Allen just played out of his mind. So he actually is in trouble with this mountain because of the way how he did it. There's really no easy answer. I mean, if he keeps Patrick Mahomes up there after having that game that he played, I mean, that's rough. Thoughts on the Niners? I think it's awesome what the Niners have been able to do with all their injuries, with Mac Jones. I've been wildly impressed with them. Wildly impressed. All right, man. Enjoy Battlefield. I appreciate it. Eagles about to stack wins into the playoffs. They got to stack those playoff wins into Super Bowl wins. No way he will. Eagles are on a bye. No way Nick is moving Hurts up. He might drop him. So I think you can't drop on a bye. There's no way Jalen could drop. How much longer can the media wait with Dak with the messy 3 wins going into week 9? I mean, listen, Dak's MVP is over. I meant in the future, not this week. I see. Well, right now, my bottom of my mountain, I got Dak, Daniel Jones, Tua, Trevor Lawrence, Jordan Love, Jared Goff. It's going to be an interesting Mahomes mountain. Quarterback mountain, excuse me. I almost never say Mahomes mountain. It's quarterback mountain to me. It's Hurts's Himalaya. Allen's Alpine. Sam Darnold's Dungeon. Caleb Williams' Wilderness. Justin Herbert's something. I answered. Did you not hear me about what I said about the Niners? I said I'm really impressed with what they've been able to do with all of their injuries and having Mac Jones play as well as he's been playing. Who do you think Dallas trades for if they actually did? I don't think Dallas. I mean, who's Dallas trading for right now? That would be the worst idea ever. Who do you think? There's no mountains in Missouri. Makes sense. But yeah, no, I've been really, really, really impressed with the 49ers. They're such a hard team to judge too because of all their injuries. Kyle should be coach of the year so far. He definitely has a great argument for it. What about Shane Steichen? I know obviously they had a brutal loss, but I mean, he was leading the most prolific offense in NFL history with Daniel Jones. It's got to count for something, no? He was probably anticipating that they were going to win this game. Okay, stop writing 67 or I'm going to have to stop you. Okay. 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 Things are getting crazy right now. You think Brissett will start from now on? Yes, absolutely. Seahawks versus Broncos in Super Bowl 60? That would be insane. Does anyone know? Oh my God. Oh yeah, I'm huge right now. That's how you know you made it. When they're asking questions about that. Well, I will be leaving because I got to make my mountain video. I got to eat. I got to sleep. That's the goal. 100,000. That's a pretty lofty goal. That's not easy. I got to get like 43,000 in the next 2 months. So it's probably not going to happen. Got to average like 20,000 a month. That's pretty crazy. At that rate, I'd be having hundreds of thousands a year. What are the other 3-win teams could get as much media attention as Dallas? It's because they have the most massive fan base. It's the way it works. I hope so, Travis. I'm trying. I appreciate it. Could this bye week have gone any better for Philly? No, it was pretty great. They added players. Other teams going down, losing. Giants losing, Commanders losing, Lions losing, Packers losing, the Chiefs losing, the Cowboys losing. I mean, it's just been everything they could ever dream for at this point. Eagles just got to keep winning. Jalen got to keep winning. Defense got to get better. Offense got to get better. Win that Super Bowl. Call it a day. What do we do about Joe Alt done for the year? Man, you know, it's just some teams, man. Some teams. Wait a second, Daniel. You're not who I think you are you? I don't know. I'm gonna go check right now. Oh, this is too hard. Let me see. Let me go. Oh man, that video has so many comments. Hold on. Responded. You the one. No, you're not. You guys just have a similar profile picture. I was hoping it was going to be you. Zanyax! What up, man? Did you miss this game? I'm worried we're getting through this year, and Herbert might get hurt into next year. It'd be worst case. It's so frustrating. So was this a good bye week for you or a bad bye week for you? Losing 4K is a lot. My condolences. Goodbye. You're stopping by just to say goodbye. The Panthers. Do you think the Panthers can beat what's it called? Do you think the Panthers can win the division? Serious question, Zangex. Do you think we make trades before the deadline? I don't know what you do, honestly, because it's so decimated. I really genuinely don't. You can't rebuild the O-line in the trade deadline. You know, the biggest thing that's got to be so frustrating is that the Kansas City Chiefs are obviously reeling. Not reeling, but they're obviously, you know, susceptible right now. Like, this is the time. If you were healthy, you're going good. If the Chargers were healthy and they had their O-line and their run game, you're like, we're clearly better than the Chiefs right now. But now with all these injuries, you're just like, what the heck? Not likely that far, but love to see them as a wild card team. Do you still think the Bucs are going to win the division? Or, excuse me, be the number 1 seed? That is the question. It's a shame, Zangax. You're not my quarterback mountain doesn't have Jalen Hurts or Baker Mayfield because they didn't play. So, not every single game, but I have been doing more live streams right now. Now that I've been doing like the vertical stream. You should really go live next Monday Night Football. That's one of the biggest games in the NFC. So I'm doing, well, at the very least, I'll be doing a post-game reaction for that game. And I should be doing this Thursday night. If we get back our players, I guess McMillan's injury was worse than they said. What did it end up being? I really never keep up with injuries. How about Jaden Daniels' injury? He's going to be down for this. I mean, their season was already over. The injuries, honestly, random injuries stress me out so much. I really genuinely just don't think about it. He fractured his neck. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, what do you even do with that? Even with Denver winning, I think healthy, we beat them. Even with Denver winning, I think we beat them. Issue, we potentially might make the playoffs, and Herbert will get messed up in that game and take it. Well, yeah, I know. I can see that for sure. Or the Chiefs are a wild card team because they've been banged up. Then they're fully healthy, and then they like beat teams that they're clearly better than, but they're the wild card team. So it's like, oh, isn't it amazing what they were able to do? And it's like, well, they're clearly the better team. Like what they did against the Miami Dolphins. Good night, Da Vinci. Would love to see Packers Eagles live stream. Yeah, like I said, I'm not 100. It really depends. Mondays are a little bit more difficult for me, especially an Eagles Packers game. That's a game that I want to be locked into, taking notes. The Eagles just won our bye week. Yeah, they did. So frustrating to care so much for the team and everything gets taken away. Yeah, man. I know that. That's what I'm saying. It's just a snap of the finger. How do you think the Bengals, losing Joe Burrow, like it's such a bummer. It really is. But okay, I am going to go because I do have to make my mountain. That'll be posting first thing in the morning. I want to make sure I get that out of the way. I want to make sure I record that while I still got some energy so I can bring the energy, bring the fire to my mountain. I still have to do all the stuff for it to make sure that it looks so perfect because, you guys know I just have the best graphics out there. So clean and sharp and precise. But thank you all for stopping by. Thank you guys all for hanging out. Thank you all for the comments. It's a lot of fun. It's great to always connect here in this. I appreciate it. And yeah, I will see you in the comment section later tonight and tomorrow.